SFC, and Healy Park Noma starting the man one throw in.
Hello, it's 1995 again, and this is the week of the Senior Football Championship final in Fermanagh. And once again we have a bit of a surprise this year, because you could say you have David and Goliath attacking. You have Lisnaskea, who are defending champions, and Derrygonnelly, who have not been in a final since 1957. It is indeed some achievement for a club like Derrygonnelly to have come up through the ranks over a number of years, and it has achieved, at least has got this far. And I would say, I think everybody in the county will be really behind them on Sunday. We're here in this beautiful park in Derrygonnelly this evening. We're awaiting the arrival of the teams and the mentors and the managers, and we will speak to them later on. Sean Smith, and who is the present chairman of the club, and indeed, Sean, I'm very proud to be in Derrygonnelly this evening, because I think we have known you other for a number of years, both on and off the field, and it's a great achievement, I think, for your club to have reached this situation, to be in the county final. I suppose win, lose or draw is still very, very proud for you, but we do, I think, as I said before, that every club in the county will be behind you on Sunday, because of the fact that you are the club who has the least success over the last number of years. Why do you put down your success to Sean?
Tom, we're delighted to have you here this evening, and it's terrific on this special occasion for us. As you know, it's 57 years since we've been in the final, and I think basically what we put it down to is hard work and commitment to the club by everybody involved.
I would think, Sean, I remember speaking to you a few years ago, and you did emphasise that you did an awful lot of work. I think you did it in underage football. Can you see this team now coming here today is from the underage that you actually have looked after yourself over the number of years?
Yeah, not basically myself. I was youth chairman in the club, and certainly workers within the youth committee have brought this team on. In actual fact, this particular team here now, 12 of them were in the minor championship final there just a number of years ago under Michael Farrell, and they give Lisnaskea on that particular day a good run for their money, and hopefully they'll do the same on Sunday.
Could I ask you where your team has mainly come from? It come from Derrygonnelly area? Do you have a Bow connection as well?
The team is basically spread right throughout the parish, basically Bow, Derrygonnelly, and there's a couple from the Minnie area as well, but it's basically spread throughout the parish.
The fact that you're also top of the league, I suppose, gives you that extra boost and encouragement and an objective on Sunday to go for it, you know. Would it be right to say that, Sean?
Certainly so. I mean, it's not every day in the week you're in a championship final. As I say, it's 57 since we were in our last, and certainly I'm sure the boys will be giving it all on Sunday.
Right. I do see that you have a couple of injury worries. Would you think that's a problem?
I wouldn't think so. Well, certainly it would be a problem to a certain extent, because you don't like to see some of your key players injured. But in general, we have quite a good panel in depth, and hopefully that we'll get over that problem.
Well, Sean, thank you very much for the interview, and anything again to say, I wish you good luck. I mean, the best team win, and irrespective of what happens, I suppose we're very, very proud for you. Just looking around here, I see you're a marvellous pitch, and we're just watching the players in the background playing, practising, and again, good luck on Sunday, Sean.
Thank you very much, Tom, and again, thank you for coming. Thanks, Tom.
Who is a joint manager of the Derrygonnelly senior team, who are competing in the county final. Hugh, I think it must be a very proud moment for you to have reached the county final.
It's a privilege indeed, Tom. It's something that we have been striving to do for as long as I can remember. Right back to the early 70s, I can remember playing championship football and very often losing first round games, and that was the end of it for that season. But fortunately this year we had the good luck of a fairly favourable draw, and we had actually the ambition to try and make it to the county final this year, but it's now managing this new situation. That's the real challenge for us.
Just looking back how you got there, I was just looking at the paper today, you had a couple of close shaves with other clubs, but you had a couple of great success, especially in the semi-final. I can see, has your team been improving from every match?
Well, in the first round we had a very difficult game with Newton Butler, and Newton Butler I feel are a team of the future. Quarter final we had Urbanstown, a very young team, and again, I would say a team of the future. The Ederney side, we were fortunate enough to get off to a good start, and that probably unsettled them a little bit and made the game very difficult for Ederney.
Right, and one thing you can see as well, that the fact that you're top of the league, which also is another boost to your morale for Sunday.
Yes, we have been playing consistently this year. We lost one game in the early part of the season, but consistency certainly has been a feature of our play this year.
Q, we wish you well and good luck to you, and may the best team win, irrespective of what happens. It's a great achievement for you.
Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you.
With Sean Flanagan, and I say, Sean, I suppose it must be a very proud moment for you to be in a county final.
Yeah, it's very privileged. The boys choose me as captain, especially in the first year in a championship final in a long number of years, and hopefully we can go all the way now and bring it home.
With your role as captain, I'm sure it's been a lot arduous hours of training and playing and to get the boys motivated. Did you have much of a problem?
No, not. We had meetings earlier on at the beginning of the year, and we sat down and we discussed what we were going to do, and fair play to all the lads. They give their commitment, and throughout the year they have never let up. We have trained very hard, and it's shown in some of our games, our fitness in it, in the second half performances.
I also see that you, in the start of the championship campaign, you had a couple of close shares, but however you got over them, and then in the semi-final you certainly pulled all the strings out and you had a very, very good result. What you put it down to, just experience counts every time and that you're getting better all the time?
Well, first couple of games there was a lot of pressure on us because we were going so well in the league campaign, and we were expected to win those games easily, and that's always a hard game to go into. And I think the tougher opposition comes, I think we'll raise our game.
I also see that I suppose it's a great morale boost. I said it before and said it again, that the fact you're top of the league gives you another incentive to know that you can go out and meet Lisnaskea, although they are the team, the defending champions. You have a lot to do, but the fact that you're top of the league would also give you a great morale boost.
Yeah, it does. We've played Lisnaskea, have beaten us once a year in the league, and we've beaten them. We know that they're a good team, but we know their strengths and we know their weaknesses, and I think we'll give them a good game on the day.
And finally, do you have any injury worries at the moment?
Well, not really. We had Paul Green in the semi-final, got a knock, but he's coming on well, and we hope that he'll be able to slot in at centre half forward, as he's nearly the only one that has any problems.
Sean, we wish you good luck and may the best team win.
Thank you.
Full back, centre forward over
This is our goalkeeper, Dermot Feely. Our cornerback, Collie Carroll. Our fullback, Donald Corrigan. Our cornerback, Owen Kesty. Right half back, Niall Smith. Centre half, Paul McGrady. Left half back, Francis McKenna. Wing half forward, Peter Jones. Midfield, Archie Green. Half forward, Martin Hamilton. Half back, Gaby Jones. Full forward, Mickey Glynn. Corner forward, Kevin McGrath. Centre half forward, Paul Green. Half forward, Higgy McGowan. Corner forward, John McGovern. Half forward, Gareth Green. Half forward, Martin Corrigan. Full forward, Donald Gallagher.
You have Donald Fee, who is the manager of the team, and I say, Donald, congratulations for you getting to the county final, and we wish you well.
Thank you very much,
and may the best team win. But it's been very proud for you that you have achieved and got to this stage in the competition.
It is, but obviously we won't be satisfied just to get to this stage. The only thing really that we'll be satisfied with is to come out as champions.
You've set your objective on a win.
Yeah,
and you're
absolutely.
Do you have any fear at all of the opposition? You must say a Stephen and Goliath situation. Do you have any fear of the Goliath situation?
Well, naturally I regard them with great respect. They've done it all several times. They've won a lot. They must be favourites to win this game, but we, on the day, are quite capable of beating them.
You feel that all your boys are fully charged and ready to go?
Well, they're as ready now, Tom, as they're going to be, and I think they're ready for it.
Donal, I know you're a busy man. You have the boys out here training. We'll not hold you back. Thank you very much, and good luck to you on Sunday.
Pleasure, Tom. Thank you. Thanks, Tom.
One, of course, today is the senior final between Derrygonnelly, the new arrivals into the championship arena, and the old, experienced Lisnaskea Emmets. I don't mean old in age, but old in their experience here in this county of winning county finals. And today we will be talking to Pat King, the manager of the Lisnaskea Emmets, and indeed to some of the other officers of the club. With wonderful supporter, both him and his wife from Derrygonnelly, Sean McKenna. And Sean, this is a marvellous day for the parish of Botha, a marvellous day for everyone associated with the GE Derrygonnelly parish. How do you feel today, just an hour before the kick-off in this county final?
Well, it's great to be here to support them, and we hope that we'll be able to go and win the match with the number of years since they even got this chance to get this win, and it's great to be here.
Is there a good atmosphere in the parish this morning, on Sunday morning after, say, the 11 Mass in Derrygonnelly? Is there a good atmosphere around the village?
Yes, there is. It's great. Everyone's looking forward to celebrations.
Well, I am sure that all the people of Derrygonnelly hope you'll be celebrating tonight, and indeed many of the neutrals will be, I'm sure, rooting for you today, seeing that it's such a long time since you were in a county final. Would you think that this present team, Sean, and I'm sure you remember the last team that was in the county final from Derrygonnelly, would you say the present team is a better team?
I think they're a little better trained, more fitter than the team that was that me.
Well, I'm sure there'll be people watching this that mightn't agree with that, but Sean, the 57 team mightn't agree with that, but I do think that nowadays fitness is a great emphasis on fitness in the association. However, Sean, I do hope that you and your wife will enjoy today's county final, and it will be a clean and sporting game. So today, and that's Jerry Lynch. Your first county final, Jerry, are you nervous about it?
Well, I have to be honest, it's just akin to the ground and I feel a little bit nervous, but I'm hoping that once you get out there, having experience of playing in county finals, you usually find that beforehand you're nervous for the first 10 or 15 minutes before the game, but once you get into action, hopefully the nerves will leave it.
I have no doubt, Jerry, you shouldn't be nervous, you should be relaxed, because your ability as a referee has been noticed very much in this county and indeed outside the county, and I have no doubt that you will be very capable of having a good game today.
Well, thanks very much, Peter, but quite honestly, what's in the past is in the past regarding refereeing ability. It's what I produce here today. Hopefully, it's my style to let teams express themselves, give themselves advantage to play if it's where it needs be. But obviously I'll be clamping down on any serious fouls. But I'll be letting the game flow where it's all possible.
Right, Jerry, we hope that it will be a flowing game. We hope it will be a clean game. I'm sure you're hoping for that, and the best of luck, Jerry.
Thanks very much, Peter.
I have with me now the Cahirlock of the county here, in the county of Mulgorn, and this is a big occasion today in any county, in particular here in Fermanagh County final. And indeed, Joe has a certain amount of his roots come from the parish of Derrygonnelly in the Bow area. Joe, what is your thoughts on today's county final?
Well, I think that it's anybody's game. We look to pass forward. Lisnaskea were the only team that beat Derrygonnelly, and on the return match, Derrygonnelly beat Lisnaskea, so I don't think there's any great difference between the two teams here today. And I suppose one would have sympathy with Derrygonnelly in the fact that they never won the championship before. Lisnaskea were last year's winners, but they have an ambition here today to win the championship for a very dedicated and great GAA player, unfortunately deceased, Hollywood, and they will be going all out to win it on his behalf.
Yes, that was a very sad thing that happened all right in the death of Hollywood in the Lisnaskea club. Indeed, they had their fair share of death over the years of young players. But today they're going out, they'll have to leave all that behind. I'm sure Ollie will be with them, hopefully in spirit. But Derrygonnelly, we must look to them, a team that has really, the last time they were in the county final was 1957. Now, I'm sure, Joe, you would say that the present team would possibly be a fitter team than the 57 team.
Well, it would be a fitter team, but I'd have me doubts about physically how strong, you know, in the 50 teams, because while the game has progressed an awful lot since those days, and it has got faster and all like that, but you know, the catch and kick style of the pass to me was, I suppose, a more interesting game, and I suppose one that you would say that you might win handier than the short passing and back passing and the defensive sector.
Well, Joe, I'm sure as county chairman you want to see a clean and sporting game here today, and I'm sure, I hope that it will be, and I am sure with both teams with the ability to play good football as well. Joe, the best of luck in all your associations with the GAA, and indeed thanks for what you have done for the GAA in this country. The man in the county is the PRO, a man who really has a lot of backroom work to do in preparing of the programme and indeed the preparation for today's final. A lot of it is down to Peter Watson, our PRO, with the press, media of all sorts, and with the county programme, as I said. Peter, I'm sure you had a busy week in the past week. What do you think of the pairings of Derrygonnelly and Lisnaskea?
Oh, there's no doubt the pairings of Derrygonnelly and Lisnaskea are the two top teams in the county at the minute. And Derrygonnelly have surprised a lot of people this year. They're, as a matter of fact, to the top of the league table, and Lisnaskea are running second. And Derrygonnelly are already into the league final, and hopefully Lisnaskea or Devonish now could be playing Derrygonnelly in that final. As you said, the last 10 days have been pretty hectic with getting programme ready and trying to get everything organised for today. But everything is falling into place, and at the minute everything's going great.
Yeah, I would say that in the run-in in the championship, Derrygonnelly's campaign in the championship seemed to be a campaign of improving from game to game. Lisnaskea Emmets, I would say, in their game against Devonish was average enough performance. I know they had problems, but it was an average enough performance. Do you think that Derrygonnelly would have the edge on their performance so far in the championship?
Well, Derrygonnelly seem to be the fitter team at the minute, but Lisnaskea now have had a few weeks to prepare for today, and I'm sure Pat King will have the boys in very good tune. Again, Devonish, Lisnaskea, particularly in the second half, faded a lot, and I don't know if this was down to fitness or not, but if they do the same again, Derrygonnelly are a very fit team, and they want to be very wary of that today.
Yes, I would say that possibly a big problem facing Derrygonnelly today would be the experience of Lisnaskea Emmets in county finals. That is going to have a very major effect in this game, and particularly in the first 10 minutes until Derrygonnelly gets settled into the game. Stepping out in the championship final is something that these players have no experience of. Lisnaskea Emmets is nothing new to them, and that is going to be a main factor in the game. Would you think that this bears out on your experience of talking to Derrygonnelly people over the last few weeks?
Yes, this would be the main worry with Derrygonnelly. Due to Championship Day final, you know, as you say, Lisnaskea have been here, they've gone through the mill, they know what it's all about. Derrygonnelly are coming out fresh, and it depends on how they're going to settle in the first 10 minutes. If they can settle down and play in the first 10 minutes, then they're there with a great chance.
Yes, well, county final day is here, and indeed, as always, a great buzz around this beautiful setting here in Irvinstown. And thanks, Peter, for all the work you have did over the number of weeks and indeed over the number of years as PRO in this county.
Thank you indeed, Peter. That's very nice. Very kind.
Chairman of the Lisnaskea Emmets Club, Tommy McDermott, and just at the present time the Lisnaskea Emmets are arriving into the dressing rooms. And Tommy, build up to today's final, I'm sure, has been hectic around the Lisnaskea Emmets Club. I know you had your sad moments out there these last few weeks, but you're now county final day and all that must be left behind for 60 minutes.
Yes, Peter, it's been a hectic time. Surely we've had our troubles, but please God, by the end of the day at 5 o'clock we'll have them all over, and hopefully we'll have the old tuck back in Lisnaskea again. We have a great tradition in Lisnaskea in the finals, and we know that Derrygonnelly are competing for their first final. We wish them well, and we certainly hope that it's not this year that we get it.
Yes, I suppose that is true, Tommy. You have to look to your own club. You are, of course, a native of Lisnaskea, and I'm only mentioning that in passing, and another club that had great traditions in county finals. Would you say that any memories of Lisnaskea when you walk out here today in this county final?
Oh, well, this year is a sort of a recount of 1955. Lisnaskea were champions in 54 and we're going for 2 in a row in 55. I was a part of a young Rosslea team coming up, and I'm afraid we against the odds, we won that day, and I hope that doesn't happen today.
I'm sure that in 55, Tommy, you wouldn't have been a very popular man around the Lisnaskea Emmets if you were responsible for putting them out of a championship. However, I do, yes, you were just married that year in 55. Well, I do hope that you have a very enjoyable day. There's going to be a clean and sporting game, and may the best team win on the day.
Yeah, we certainly wish Derrygonnelly the best of luck, and we know that it's a tough assignment for them. It's their first final. Rosslea actually were the team that put them out in 57. I was a member of that team only that particular year. I got my leg broken. That was the end of it. We wish them well. We hope to have a good game. That's the important thing.
That's the important thing. Thank you, Tommy, for joining us. One of the management team, and Pat King. Pat, county final is nothing new for you, but I'm sure all county finals are new, and there's always something hidden ahead of you in 60 minutes. How do you feel about today's game?
Well, the preparation to this is no different, or certainly Sunday morning has been no different than any other Sunday mornings. They're all nerve-wracking experiences, and we're just, at this stage, we just want the game to get started so some of that tension can disappear.
Yes, I'm sure there's always tension. Have you any strong areas that you feel that you're depending on your Emmets today in the team to play Derrygonnelly?
Well, over the next 60 minutes, we're going to find out what areas are strong and what are not. But we will be hoping that we have more pace in our attack than Derrygonnelly have in our defence.
Right. I know that experience counts a lot, but do you think that Derrygonnelly have as much a plus for them going in that they're eager after such a long layoff than you have been here on so many occasions?
Well, I'm sure any advantage we might have in experience will well be offset by their extreme hunger for success.
Well, all I can say, Pat, is I know that it's a bad time to be interviewing you. I'm sure you have a lot of things to say to the lads in the dressing room. I wish you the best of luck, and may the best team win on the day.
Thank you very much. He left me speechless there for a moment.
Welcome here to Lisnaskea Park in Irvinstown today. Well, it's bright and sunny at the minute, and there's a tremendous crowd out here to welcome the two teams out in the field. First out, we have the men from Lisnaskea, the Emmets there in their colourful jerseys, their red and green jerseys, and then they're followed by the Derrygonnelly Harps. Well, Derrygonnelly here in the first county final. I think if you go back to 1957 since the last appearance in the county final. As for their opposition today, well, they know all about county finals. They are the holders of the New York Gold Cup at the minute. That's the Lisnaskea Emmets. out there. Well, we have two bands out there with the youth band from the Scout band, I think, from Lisnaskea, and also both the youth band from Derrygonnelly. What a colourful occasion this is here today. With me here beside me for our expert summariser today is Devonish stalwart Sylvester Malone. Well, Sylvester, how do you think today's game will go? The conditions here, there's a kind of a crossfield breeze. Will it affect the game, do you think?
I think it will affect the game, surely. During the under 16 game, it was noticeable that it was very strong, the team playing at the town end. But it depends who adapts to the conditions the quicker, I think, at the start. Whoever's the advantage must put up a big score by half-time, I think, because it definitely won't die. And whoever defends then in the second half with a big score will probably win the game.
Well, Sylvester, a lot of talk about Derrygonnelly making their first appearance here since 1957. Do you think that will affect the team? And also, where do you think the game might be won and lost? A lot of talk is about the strong diamond that Derrygonnelly have in round McGrady and Flanagan, Green and his brother Paul. Where both questions, where do you see the game being won and lost? And how do you think the occasion will get to maybe Derrygonnelly?
Well, taking the occasion first, I'm sure Donald Fee and Hugh Kelly have their homework done with the Derrygonnelly lads. They're two experienced campaigners. They've known all about it. They've played at the highest level themselves, even in county football. So I'm sure they've talked to them and quietened them down and not directed away the hype that's involved in Derrygonnelly in the first championship final since '57. On the other one, where the game we won and lost, I'm sure the midfield sector is going to be vital. So it is. Two very prominent midfielders in Sean Flanagan and Martin Green against Collie Curran and Brian McCreesh. And whichever wins that, I think, will have a big bearing on the outcome. Plus the fact that Mark O'Donnell and Shane King inside, if Derrygonnelly can curb the threat there and prevent good quality ball from going inside, they'll have a big bearing on it, so it will.
And have Derrygonnelly the scoring power, you think? I know there's an awful lot of talk about O'Donnell and King, and O'Donnell in particular. Have Derrygonnelly, on the other hand, if they do win the midfield battle, have the players up front to take the scores and maybe put enough distance between themselves and Lisnaskea?
Well, Derrygonnelly have some pacey players in the attack, and Irvison is a big pitch. And if they have space, they will cause the Emmett defence a lot of trouble. So they will. Gary Smith, Kevin Cassidy, and indeed Paul Green, three vital players for Derrygonnelly. And if they get good quality ball, they'll do damage.
Right, Sylvester. We'll just take a quick run through the teams now. We'll start off with the Derrygonnelly team, and then goals for Derrygonnelly is Dermot Feely. Dermot, a very capable goalkeeper, and is number 2 in the county team at the moment. And wearing number 2 is Colm Carroll. Colm, one of the players who broke onto the team there recently and has held that position very well. Wearing number 3 is Dolan Corrigan. Well, Dolan aged 29, and Dolan playing full back. It'll be interesting to see whether he will be given the job to handle O'Donnell today, or whether Fee and Kelly will come up with somebody else maybe to curb the threat of Mark O'Donnell. Wearing number 4 is Owen Cassidy, better known as Bug Cassidy. Bug is 22 and is a very tight marker there in defence for Derrygonnelly. Wearing number 5 is Niall Smith. Niall, aged 25 and playing right half back. Wearing number 6 and playing in his first championship final in Fermanagh is Paul McGrady. Paul came from down this year and has done a tremendous job for Derrygonnelly in that number 6 position, the centre half back. Number 7 is the youngest player on the pitch today is Francie McKenna. Francie just aged 17 and playing wing half back. Number 8 and team captain is Sean Flanagan. Well, Sean in the county panel over the past number of years, what a tremendous grafter he is out there, and he should give inspiration to the Harps today. Sean is aged 29 and will be paired at midfield with number 9, and that's Martin Green. Martin, who has come on leaps and bounds the past few years and has now established himself as a regular on the county team. Martin is aged 20 and a lot will depend on him today. Wearing number 10
for Derrygonnelly is Kevin Cassidy. Kevin, one of the stars of the Fermanagh under-21 team that won the Ulster Championship 2 years ago, and Kevin was noted for his pace. Number 11 is Paul Greenwell. We know all about Paul. He's regular on the county team, and an awful lot of talk about Paul and an injury that he has, but we're glad to see Paul lining out here today, and we hope that he will make it through the 60 minutes. Where number 12 is Martin Hamilton. Well, Martin started his career as a back. He played cornerback and fullback for the Harps, but now they've successfully converted him to the wing half forward position. Where number 13 is Gary Smith. Gary, one of the top scorers for Derrygonnelly this year. Gary has been playing corner forward for Derrygonnelly this past number of years, and age 27, a very pacey man when he gets the ball, so a lot will depend on Gary today. We're number 14, and probably the oldest man out there today is Mickey Glynn. Mickey, age 35, and Mickey is a tremendous try-out full forward. We're number 15, one of the youngest players on the team is Kevin McGrath. Well, Kevin has done very well to get onto the team and has held his position very well and lines out there corner forward. Turning to the Lisnaskea team, and in goals for them is Cormac McAdam. Well, Cormac, the county goalkeeper, Cormac, age 26, and not a lot we can say about Cormac, only that he's very, very reliable and very seldom lets the teams down. Where number 2 is Johnny McBride. Johnny, age 26, quite an experienced player at this stage. Has played in a number of county finals and a very reliable cornerback. Where number 3 is Pierce Collins, and Pierce is having an outstanding season for the Emmets this year. Pierce won man of the match in the last 2 championship games and will line out at full back, and will have an interesting tussle, I'm sure, with Mickey Glynn. Where number 4 for Lisnaskea is Damien Teague. Well, Damien, a very, very tight marker. Damien has made that cornerback position his own. He used to play a centre-half back for them, but has now established himself as a very tenacious cornerback. Damien is age 22. Where number 5 for Lisnaskea is Brian O'Donnell. Brian, the youngest member of the Lisnaskea team, is age 19, and Brian has secured his place now at wing half back this year after some sound performances for Lisnaskea. Where number 6 for Lisnaskea is Barry King. Barry's established himself as a tremendous centre-half back. Has been troubled by injuries this year, but glad to see Barry taking his place there at centre-half back for Lisnaskea. Where number 7 is Keith Swift. Well, Keith is a tremendous player, one of the most underrated players, I think, in the county. Keith has never had a bad game, I don't think, for Lisnaskea, and is very reliable and a very tenacious marker. And Keith is only 22 years of age. We're number 8, and the captain of the team. What more can we say about the man? Only it's Collie Curran. Collie has a list of honours. I'd be here all day if I was to list them out. He's playing county football for, I don't know, many years, and has captained Lisnaskea to numerous league titles and numerous championship titles, and Collie will be giving it an all-out effort today to retain the New York Gold Cup. Partner him at the middle of the field is Brian McCreesh. Well, Big Brian, as he's known as Brian, age 28, and if Brian's on form, well, he's a tremendous talent to look at when he's on form. Well, a lot will depend on Brian and Collie today. If they can get enough ball at the middle of the field, that'll, as Sylvester said there earlier on, a lot will depend on the midfield battle. That's number 9, Brian McCreesh. Number 10, Tommy Maguire. Tommy has established himself this year as wing half forward with I think he scored something like 2 or 3 points in the semi-final victory over Dervish. So Tommy has come on leaps and bounds and is definitely going to cause problems for the Derrygonnelly wing half back. Number 11 is Shane King. Well, Shane, we know all about him. He should really relish the chance of playing here in Ermstown today. Shane played for Fermanagh against Tyrone in Ermstown in the Ulster Championship first round today, some months ago, and Shane had a tremendous game, and I think he got something like 7 points, so Shane will relish the chance of playing here again today. Number 16, wearing number 16 for Lisnaskea is Keith Riley. Keith has come into the team since the unfortunate death of Ollie Woods, and it's I see number 12 has not been worn today. Keith will wear the number 16. They've left the number 12 of Ollie Woods off today. Well, number 13 is Kieran Woods. Well, Kieran was a member of the Fermanagh under-21 team that won the Ulster Championship 2 years ago as well. Kieran, a very pacey player, and could be a match winner today if he gets enough good ball. Where number 14 is Mark O'Donnell, and what more can we say about Mark? Mark is Mark has made a tremendous impression. We'll just break off here and we have the national anthem. Set here now. I just note one. I was getting to the corner forward on the Lisnaskea team. Lined out, I see is Eamon Shannon has gone in corner forward, wearing number 23, and off the team by the looks of things is Brendan McCreesh. I'm not sure what Brendan's problem is, but he's not starting here today. Well, we're all set here. The referee, the man in the middle, is Jerry Lynch from Lisnaskea. The ball goes up, and the game, the 1995 championship final is on, and the ball is with Colin Kern. Colin, long ball in there, looking for the corner forward. Kieran Wordsworth has broken out there, and coming out with the ball is Paul Green. Paul looking for Gary Smith, but it's intercepted there by Barry King. Barry gets a nudge from Gary Smith, but coming out with it there is number 2, Johnny McBride. Johnny gives the ball over there, and it's picked up there by Eamon Shannon. Eamon came the whole way back to win that ball, and the ball is picked up there, and Eamon is fouled, and the referee has decided it's a free kick to Lisnaskea, and taking the kick is Barry King. Well, a tremendous crowd here. The sun is shining, the sky is blue. Only the wind is the only factor here today, but the ball will follow play here as the ball breaks loose there and go down to pick it up is young McKenna. Francie comes out with it there. Sharp ball there, picks out Martin Hamilton. Martin Hamilton is tackled there, and the ball breaks out loose, and the ball goes out over the end line, and it's a line ball, and to Lisnaskea, the line ball, Lisnaskea. Colin Kern with it. Colin looking for Mark O'Donnell. Mark O'Donnell, I see, has been picked up by Bug Cassidy. The ball breaks out loose there. It comes along to comes over there to on the Lisnaskea team. I think it's Keith Riley who picked up that ball there, and Keith took the ball on left foot and slotted it over the bar, and that's the first score of the game. The first score of the game and as a matter of fact, I think it was Shane King who picked that ball up there. Shane picked that loose ball up and slotted it left-footed over the bar, so Shane has started off where he left off against Tyrone, and he's got the first score of the game. Well, loose ball breaking out there is Barry King with the ball. Barry, short ball there looking for Paul Green. Paul drops it, and Jerry Lynch decides it's a free there, and Paul Green with the ball. Paul looking there for his brother Archie, but the ball is intercepted there by number 5 for Lisnaskea. Brian O'Donnell. And Brian gives a poor ball over the sideline there, and the ball goes out over for a line ball. It's a line ball, and rushing over to take it there is Niall Smith. Well, Derrygonnelly have the advantage of the breeze in this half, and well, Lisnaskea will be very delighted to get off to such a start there with that first score of the game after a couple of minutes. I'm not sure what happened there. The ball, I think young McKenna miskicked the ball, and he went to play the ball again himself, and I think the referee judged that was a foul, and that's first sign of nerves there, Sylvester.
Nerves, yeah. Derrygonnelly had up a fairly good scoreline playing with that strong. I mean, I'd say 7, 8, 9 points possibly at half time. They didn't want to be lead. At the minute, they're struggling just to get into their game. Lisnaskea are pushing very hard and pressing everything forward, and they're winning a lot of the ball around the middle of the park at the minute.
Yes, it seems as if Derrygonnelly are taking them a while to settle. That's a great effort there from Collie Corn, and it just tails to the left-hand side of the post as we look at them here, and it just tails to the left and gone wide. It's gone wide well. 4 minutes, 3 minutes gone in the first half here, and the wind has died a little and the sun is coming out and things are brightening up here in St. Malasha Park. Tremendous crowd here as young Feely, Dermot Feely, with the kick out. Here it comes long out in the centre field. Up to go for Archie Green there, but again Lisnaskea win it, and Eamon Shannon came out there and won that ball. Seems as if he's been pulled out and leaving the space inside for O'Donnell. Over the go for there is a tremendous tussle over there, and coming out with it is Bug Cassidy, I think, for Derrygonnelly. Bug to Sean Flanagan there to Archie Green. Archie looking over here, great ball down the wing, finds his brother Paul Green. Paul seems to be travelling okay on that ankle, he seems to be okay. Looking inside there for Kevin McGrath. Kevin gets a nudge in the back there from Damien Teague, and the referee is upward play there, and immediately awards a free in to Derrygonnelly, and this will be the first chance that Derrygonnelly have to get a score on the board, as the saying goes. And coming over to take the free is Gary Smith. Well, Gary, he's about 35 metres out. Gary left-footed, delicate shot there from Gary, but I'm afraid that one tailed off to the right there and wide well. Gary looked to be very casual going up to take that kick, Sylvester. He didn't seem to settle himself at all. There's definitely signs of nerves in this Derrygonnelly team.
Those are the scores you got to put out across the bar, because they're very vital. Any chance Derrygonnelly got, they have to make it count, and that was a sort of a lackadaisical free by Gary Smith.
Well, Gary would be disappointed with that one, but well, Lisnaskea be relieved, and Cormac McAdam in particular. Here comes Cormac. Spots that ball, and great kick out against the breeze there, looking for Collie Corn. The ball is broken there, is picked up there by Keys Cassidy. Kevin Cassidy wearing number 10. Oh, looking there for his other wing half forward, Martin Hamill back there to Sean Flanagan. Big Sean there gives it inside there to Paul Green. Paul back to Donal Corrigan. Donal, high ball in there, but again this is a poor ball from Donal. He didn't really look up and pick out one of his men there. Donal, I see, is picking up Shane King. This is Eamon Shannon. This is going to be a factor of the game, I think. Mark O'Donnell is playing very, very tight in on the goals in there, and Eamon Shannon's been pulled out, and following him is Donal Corrigan, and hence that's why Donal picked up that ball there, and unfortunately for Derrygonnelly it went to the right or to the left of the post and gone wide. So here comes Cormac with the kick out. Here he comes in no hurry to take it. Right-footed, great drive again against the breeze. Up they go for there, and Archie Green breaks the ball. The ball is loose in there, and it's picked up there by Mickey Glynn. Mickey Glynn there to Donal Corrigan again. Not a great ball this time, but it's won by Kevin Cassidy, and Kevin bounces there. He's got a nudge in the back from Pierce Collins, and the ball is coming out there quickly to Mickey Glynn, and Mickey again rushed his kick there, and again that's a poor effort there from Derrygonnelly and Mickey Glynn in particular, and that ball goes to the right as we look at it here and wide, and that's the second wide, and well, these wides are going to be costly, Sylvester, I think, probably.
Going to be costly, yeah. Derrygonnelly have come more into the game in this last couple of minutes now. They're getting more of the breaking ball around the middle of the park, but they're not just registering on the scoreboard yet, but I think they will if they get settled down and take their time.
Yeah, the first score will be vital for Derrygonnelly, and the sooner it comes, I think, the better for them. Again, the ball is broke, very little clean ball being won in the middle of the field, but Derrygonnelly, as Sylvester said there, is winning all the breaking ball, and picking up this ball here is Kevin Cassidy. Kevin, a poor ball there to Sean Flanagan, gives him a lot to do with it, and again there's a fumble there by Kevin Cassidy, and the ball is picked up there by number 16, young Riley there for Lisnaskea. Riley, ball goes out over the end line or sideline, and the ball's back in play here, and Paul Green gives over there to Mickey Glynn. Mickey Glynn looking there for Kevin McGrath. Kevin tussling over there. Kevin wins it, turns inside his man, throw the hand, but again it's hard marking there by Damien Teague. Damien Teague knocks the ball away from him, but the ball is picked up there by I think it's Martin Green, and Martin picked that ball up about maybe 40 metres out, looked at the posts and slotted them between the posts, and the first score for Derrygonnelly, and that's a tremendous score there, and an inspirational score there from Martin Green, and hopefully that'll settle the Derrygonnelly nerves.
Fine score by Martin Green, yeah, and as you said, I hope it'll settle Derrygonnelly down and they'll start playing a bit of football. They're probably over elaborating a bit on the short passing and going nowhere, you know. A bit of win, they want to be playing a bit more direct football, so they would.
Yeah, I see they're probably pulling out Mickey Glynn as well. I see him playing a deeper role. Would this be intentional, Sylvester, you think?
Intentionally isolate the two young fellas inside for a bit of pace and trying to stretch the Lisnaskea backs. But at the minute they're not using them, they're just playing the short ball out the field.
Yeah, well, we'll go back to the play there, and this time the referee right up a play again, I must say, towards the free to Derrygonnelly. I think it was Donal Corrigan was fouled, taking the free. Sean Flanagan looking in there for Gary Smith. Gary goes up and breaks the ball down, but is picked up there by Pierce Collins. Pierce shot ball into Barry King. Barry throw the hand there, bursting out, heads it long, looking there for his the corner forward there, number 13 is Kieran Woods. Kieran flicks it on, but it's well read by Bug Cassidy, and Bug gives it over there to McGrady. McGrady gives it back to Donal Corrigan. Corrigan to Mickey Glynn. Mickey foraging deep for the ball, collects it, but again a poor ball from Mickey Glynn, and it's picked up there easily by Barry King, and Barry's fouled there by Keith Cassidy, and Barry takes a quick kick and looking for O'Donnell. O'Donnell, the ball is broken away from O'Donnell, but again it's picked up there by number 10 for Lisnaskea is Tom Maguire, but Tommy's blocked there by young McKenna. McKenna does well, and the ball is played out over that line, and it's a line ball. It's a line ball for Derrygonnelly, and the ball is broken in there again. Barry King breaks it down. It's picked up there by Pierce Collins. Pierce picks that ball up, looking again for Kieran Woods. Kieran goes for it very close to that line there. Kieran turns inside Colin Carl. Kieran running in a goal. Kieran heading towards goal. Kieran shoots. Oh, and it's just gone to the right and wide, and it was a tremendous bit of pace there from Kieran Woods. As I said in the introductory comments, that Kieran, if you can get him enough ball, his pace is vital to this Lisnaskea team, and that was a tremendous chance after 9.5 minutes of the game. Sylvester maybe should have done better there, I think.
Brilliant run by Kieran Woods there. Had he looked up, Mark O'Donnell was free on his inside. If you just seen him and delivered it across, but it was a great run, but it seems he'll be disappointed by his finish.
Yeah, great chance there, and that would have really settled Lisnaskea down. The goal at this stage would be vital for the other team. But again, Lisnaskea forwards forward, and it's young Maguire there, Tommy Maguire. The ball is, the wind's holding it up there, and the keeper decided about coming forward, but it was left there to Colin Carroll, and Colin deflects the ball out over the end line, and it's a 45-metre kick here for Lisnaskea, and I'm sure Colin Curran or maybe Shane King, it's hard to know which of them. Collie fancied it there, but Shane, the younger man, says no, I'll take it. So Shane's taking the responsibility of taking this 45. Well, we know that this is definitely within Shane's range, but well, the wind might play an important factor. Here he comes, right-footed. It's 5, 6, 7 strides back. Here he comes, right-footed, looking at the post, eye down. Great effort there by Shane King, and it's just tailed to the left and gone wide. He had the distance, a tremendous effort against the breeze there. He definitely had the distance, but it just tailed to the left as we look at it here and went wide. Well, the wind playing a factor there, but well, Shane was able to get the distance, and well, the score after 10 minutes is Lisnaskea 0-1, Derrygonnelly 0-1. Not a very high scoring game, but well, the other team has really settled down as yet. Well, this time it's a poor kick out by Dermot Feely, and again it's picked up by Kieran Woods in there. Kieran turns inside his man. Kieran right-footed, thinks about his own score, but again Kieran hits the ball to the right, and it's gone wide. Kieran's disappointed with that effort there, and well, he might have been better maybe looking up and using some of his teammates inside him. I'll just ask Sylvester here, it's a scrappy enough opener, no clean feeling or no team really dominant at this stage.
No, it's very patchy football. There's no good positive play going on. It's just bits and pieces. The wind seems to have changed more or less crossfield now, so it's not really suiting any team, and it's not helping good football either. Because a lot of passes going straight throughout the field, so there is.
Yeah, that seems to be a factor of the game. Misplaced passes, but this time it's Derrygonnelly breaking forward. It's the full-back Donal Corrigan. Donal, great ball in there, searching for one of his forwards, but picked up there by Cormac McAdam, and Cormac, well, he was going to play it, but then decided to let the ball run out over the end line, and Cormac is happy enough to waste a bit of time, and hopefully Derrygonnelly or Lisnaskea will have the advantage maybe of whatever breeze there is. As Sylvester says, it's going across the field. After 12 minutes here and St. Melasha Park, the score is Derrygonnelly 0-1, Lisnaskea 0-1. not a lot between the teams. Here comes Cormac's kick out in the centre field. Tussle for it there, and it's won this time by Archie Green. Archie back to his brother Paul. Paul 40 metres out, looks up and decides to solo where he maybe had a chance to shoot, but he plays it out there to Kevin Cassidy. Kevin toe to hand. Kevin going across goal. Kevin turns on his left foot, and Kevin turns inside and slots that ball over, and that was a great effort there by Kevin Cassidy. He got that ball from Paul Green, drifted out here towards us, and then turned back inside on his left foot and slotted the ball over the bar. So after 13 minutes of the game, Derrygonnelly take the lead. Derrygonnelly 0-2 and Lisnaskea 0-1. Great score there, Sylvester, from Kevin Cassidy.
Score by Kevin Cassidy, yes. It's what Derrygonnelly wanted at this stage. I'm sure Lisnaskea would be the happier of the two teams at the minute, being just being level at that stage. But Derrygonnelly, if they can build on that now up to half time, it'll help.
Well, Cormac, the busy of the two keepers here at the moment. That's another kick out, and this time Sean Flanagan taps it down there to Martin Hamilton. Martin Hamilton to Dolan Corrigan. Dolan seen an awful lot of the ball. Dolan there again, he flicks it out, and Dolan still in possession. Martin Hamilton giving that ball. Dolan looks inside again, but this time the Kevin McGrath's in on it, but the ball goes out over the line, and the ball goes wide. Dolan Corrigan seeing an awful lot of ball there. Lisnanskea's tactic of bringing Shane King or bringing Eamon Shannon out possibly is backfiring a little, because Dolan seems to be picking up a lot of the ball, Sylvester.
A lot of ball Dolan Corrigan and using it well. I see that the Derrygonnelly full forward line is probably laying out a bit too much, playing with the wind. If they stay in a bit further towards the goals, the balls are sort of dropping over their heads into the keeper.
Yeah, there's been a few chances that went in over there, and nobody on the end of them. Well, here we go again, and the ball is broken this time again by Derrygonnelly, and picked up there number 7, Keith Sweat. Keith picks that ball up and gives a short ball there to Brian McCreesh. Brian, who hasn't really been involved in the game so far. Support play there from Barry King. Barry thinks about kicking it, but is harassed there by the Derrygonnelly forwards. That's good defending, and the referee awards a free to Derrygonnelly, and quickly taken there by Barry King, but Francis McKenna picks it up. Francie looks up and looks to the space here and finds Paul Green. Good ball there by Francis McKenna. Paul Green foraging deep to pick up the ball and won that ball very well. Here he comes looking there for Gary Smith. Gary comes out in front, wins it. This is better from Derrygonnelly in there, and back to Archie Green. Archie bursting through there, held up there by Brian McCreesh, but the ball is broken to Gary Smith. Gary's on the 21 now, and a great tackle there by Pierce Collins, I think it was. Intercept that ball, but Derrygonnelly in possession again, and Martin Hamilton picked that ball up and is fouled there by Colin Curran, and the referee has awarded a free to Derrygonnelly, and coming over to take it there is Kevin McGrath. Well, that's better play from Derrygonnelly. They seem to settle down well, and Paul Green came very deep and picked up that ball and fed it inside, and Gary Smith had a chance, but the ball was taken away from him, and the resulting free now been taken by McGrath. Oh, and McGrath's low skidded ball there. It went towards the post, but one of the defenders on the line flicked it out and came back out into play there, and the referee has awarded a free to Lisnaskea, and coming out to take it is Damien Teague. Damien was going to take it out of his hand, but this time decides to place it on the ground in no rush at all. 15 and a half minutes gone. The score 2 points to Derrygonnelly, 1 point to Lisnaskea. Up there goes Sean Flanagan for it. Sean Flanagan feeds it back to McGrady. McGrady looks up, looking there for Kevin McGrath. McGrath going for it. McGrath wins it. It's Mickey Glynn beside it there, but McGrath goes alone. Great ball in towards Gary Smith. Gary's bearing down a goal. Here goes Gary. He's trying for an effort. A great save, and it's over. It's in the goal. It's in the net. It's in the net, and it's a goal, and it's Kevin Cassidy. Kevin Cassidy is the scorer. That was a ball in there, looking around, and found Gary Smith. Gary was straight through. Gary took the shot. It was brilliantly saved by Cormac McAdam, but the ball broke out there to Kevin Cassidy, and Kevin was on hand to slot the ball in, and that's a decisive score after 16 minutes. Derrygonnelly 1-2, Lisnaskea 0-1. Sylvester, your comments on that goal?
An excellent goal by Derrygonnelly. Kevin McGrath's been a lot of good ball in the corner. He's given Damien Teague a bit of a roasting so far, and great save by Cormac McAdam, and good quick alertness by Gary Smith, put the ball away.
Derrygonnelly on the attack again as that man Gary Smith. Gary giving a lot of problems in there to Johnny McBride. This time Gary takes a wee bit too much out of it, but a good support play there by Cassidy. Cassidy back to Smith. Smith looks up, left-footed Smith. Left-footed effort. It just tails to the left there and wide. Just gone to the left and wide, and that's Derrygonnelly's fourth wide, I think. Four wides. But, well, they'll be quite well pleased. The score after 16-17 minutes here is Derrygonnelly 1-2. That's 5 points. Lisnaskea 1 point. Well, the game has brightened up here now. It's got into a lively, after a dull opening 10 minutes, it's really came to life, and Derrygonnelly are winning a lot of the loose ball and winning the midfield battle, and here they go again, and this time it's picked up there by young Riley for Lisnaskea. Looking in there towards O'Donnell and Bug Casty. Bug this time comes out with it, wins it. Good ball over there, back to Gary Smith, or to Niall Smith. Niall Smith to Bug Casty to Sean Flanagan. Sean, high ball down, looking there for Mickey Glynn. Mickey Glynn loses it but gains possession again. Mickey has his tackle there by Pierce Collins. Good ball over there to Paul Green, or to Martin Hamill. Martin Hamill into Paul Green. Paul round his man. Paul bearing down in the goal. Paul's about 20 on the 14. Paul crossfield ball over there looking for Kevin McGrath. And McGrath decided to fist that ball where he might have been better catching it, and well, he flicked it to the right and went wide. Well, Derrygonnelly seemed to be winning an awful lot of the ball around the middle of the field now. Sean Flanagan in particular coming into the game, Sylvester.
Yeah, they're moving, Derrygonnelly's moving very well. The support play is very excellent, so there's always a man available when there's a man under pressure with the ball.
Here comes this man Flanagan again, giving Brian McCreesh a lot of bother here. Here he comes, gives a good ball in there to Gary Smith. Gary gives it back, looking for Sean Flanagan again. This time the referee judges that Sean give a little shoulder there, maybe a wee bit too hard, and decides that it's a free. But this time again it's picked up by Derrygonnelly. It's Niall Smith over to Paul Green. Paul Green to his brother Archie Green. Archie Green in there. I think it's Donald Carrigan back to Paul Green, bearing in a goal. Paul's going through. Paul has a chance. Oh, it's in the net. Yes, it's in the net. It's a goal. It's a goal for Derrygonnelly, and that's a tremendous goal there. They worked that ball brilliantly in there, and Paul Green, as cool as a cucumber, slotted the ball into the net. There was some great interchange of play there between Paul Green and Martin Green. Ended up with Paul bearing in a goal. He was about between the 14 and the 21 and slotted it right footed into the corner of the net. And after 18 minutes or 19 minutes here gone, the score is Derrygonnelly 2-2. That's 8 points to Lisnaskea 0-1, and Derrygonnelly on the attack again. It's that man Paul Green with the ball looking there, and he finds Mickey Glynn. Mickey, a short ball in there towards, I think it's I'm not sure who was tackled there. But the referee is awarded free. I think it was Donald Cargill up there again who got that free, and it's all Derrygonnelly at this stage. And when there's a break in the play here, we'll get a chance to talk to Sylvester maybe about that goal. But Derrygonnelly on the attack again, as young McGrath with the ball. Young McGrath giving a lot of trouble in there to Damien Teague. Here he comes, gives it back out to Martin Green. Martin, short ball there to Mickey Glynn. Mickey turns, time to turn around, flicks it back there to Martin Green, maybe taking a wee bit too much out of it. He's come back the way, but he's still in play there. Martin Green fields it back out there to Donald Carrigan, and Donald drops it, and it's picked up by Eamon Shannon. Eamon, low ball there, looking for Mark O'Donnell, but McGrady picks that ball up, but the referee has decided that it's a free to Derrygonnelly, and it's all action here. It's all action here at St. Malasha Park as young Dermot Feely goes out very far out of his course to pick that ball up, uses it very well, finds Carrigan to McGrady, I think it is. McGrady very strong on the ball. McGrady decides, well, the referee decides that he was very strong in his challenge. He decides that he was charging possibly, and he has awarded a free to Lisnaskea, and he has also decided to bring the ball up maybe 10-15 yards for a little indiscretion there on some of the Derrygonnelly players' part. We get a chance here to have a word with Sylvester about that goal and the game in general so far.
Brilliant goal by Paul Green, excellent support play, passing and moving on, taking it back, worked his way in well, and terrific shot to the bottom corner, gave Conor McAdam no chance at all. Derrygonnelly are working really, really hard for one another now at the minute. They've got their act together, and they're winning all the loose ball around the middle of the park, and their support play is brilliant, but they have to build on that again.
Just as we talked, Colin Curran with that resulting free slotted the ball over the bar, and there's 21 minutes gone here. 21 minutes gone, and the score is Derrygonnelly 2-2, Lisnaskea 0-2. Well, this game has really livened up in the last 15 minutes. There's a real exciting tussle here. The ball is out in the centre field. It's that man, Archie Green, going for it. Archie Green, and young Casty goes down there, picks it up left-footed. He still hasn't got it. There's tussle in there, and the ball is picked up there. Eamon Shannon with the referee. The referee is doing a marvellous job here today. He's up with play with every instant. He's there to make the decision, and this time he awards the free to Derrygonnelly. And I see young Casty down there. Kevin Casty's down there taking. He got a wee knock on the ankle there. I'm just have a word with Sylvester here about how he thinks the last 5-10 minutes here of the half will go. And particular comment, I would say the referee is having a tremendous game out there, Sylvester.
Very good game, the referee. He's up with the play all the time. He's in there close to the players. He knows what's happening, and he's quick on the whistle, so he is. For the last 10 minutes, Derrygonnelly must keep this 6-point lead if they have a chance in the second half at all, and build on that 6-point lead if they can.
We're back to the play here, and the resultant free goes to Paul Green to Kevin Cassidy. Cassidy there to Gary Smith. Gary out to Paul Green to Cassidy again. Cassidy left-footed, looks up, and straight between the posts. Straight between the posts. And this is a tremendous play from Derrygonnelly. They seem to be very, very cool after hesitant first 5-10 minutes. They seem to be very cool on the ball now. Their support play is excellent. They're not afraid to move the ball around or to get somebody in a shooting position. That time they took 4, 5, 6 passes until they got the ball to a man in shooting position, which was Kevin Cassidy, and cool as a cucumber, Kevin slotted that ball over the bar. Well, I see Tony Collins warming up there for Lisnaskea. The ball this time breaks in towards Mark O'Donnell. Mark, the first time he's got the ball, here he comes, bearing down going, but Cassidy tackles in there, but Mark turns, shoots right-footed, and this time Mark tails it off to the left as we look, and that ball goes wide. Well, Lisnaskea have had 3 wides, I think, and Derrygonnelly have had 4 at this stage of the game. I see Tony warming up there. Tony was troubled with a knee injury, but seems to be moving fairly well there, and it looks as if he'll be going into the Lisnaskea defence pretty soon. The number of their players getting a ragged time in there, but well, there's still 10 minutes of this half and another half to go. A lot can happen, and there's a strong breeze. This time Brian McCreesh has the ball. Brian foraging forward there, gives it in there towards Mark O'Donnell. Mark turns round, looks for support, finds it there in the shape of Tommy Maguire. Tommy cuts inside, been tackled there by a number of Derrygonnelly players, and the referee has decided that he bounced the ball twice, and indeed he did, and awards the free to Derrygonnelly. And a quick ball in there, Mickey Glynn picks it up, Niall Smith flicks it back out there, looking for his brother Gary. Gary gives him an awful lot to do, but Gary done well there, kept the ball in play, and well, I think he handled it on the ground. I think the referee might have thought it went over the line, but anyway, the play resumes, and Lisnaskea had the free, but Paul Green picks it up, and again they look for Gary Smith down here on the line. Gary looks to go inside, left-footed, finds Mickey Glynn out here on the 45-metre line. Mickey over there to Sean Flanagan. Sean right-footed, looking there into the space for McGrath. Great ball into McGrath. McGrath turns round, looks at the post, left-footed in there. Big kick is blocked down, and is picked up there by number 5 for Lisnaskea is Brian O'Donnell. Brian clears it, poor clearance is picked up there again by that man Sean Flanagan. Sean Flanagan to Paul Green, great support play again. Green in there, looking for Martin Hamill or Dole Corrigan. Dole Corrigan has it back there to number 10 Keith Cassidy. Going over the other side of the pitch to pick up that ball. Derrygonnelly still the support play. McKenna has it. McKenna looks up, takes about his own score, has an effort, and it's just gone to the right and gone wide. 25 minutes gone, the score, Derrygonnelly 2-3, Lisnaskea 0-2. Sylvester, this is great football. It's a new brand of football from Derrygonnelly, this holding the ball and working it until they get a man into shooting position.
Playing a lot of short football, as you say, working the ball around until they get a man in open, then give him that killer ball. Mickey Lynn's getting a lot of ball. Pierce Collins is getting him a lot of room out in the field. He's not sticking man-to-man with him, and he's causing other problems, getting a lot of broken ball and loose ball and laying it off well.
Well, just as we go back to the play, there's an effort there from Shane King, and Shane's effort has gone to the right and gone wide. I see one of the Lisnaskea players has done harm to his finger. I can't see him running to the line there. It's Kieran Woods, and well, Paul Rafferty was there, the physio for Lisnaskea was there to sort that problem out. I think he dislocated a finger, but it's been slotted back in, and meanwhile Shane King had that effort there and went to the right and wide. Well, here comes Dermot Feely with the ball. Dermot, here he comes, right-footed, out in the centre of the field. Brian McCreesh with Sean Flanagan, ball broken there. Colin Corn has it. Collie looks up, looks for O'Donnell. O'Donnell faced there by Cassidy, but a poor ball that time from Collie, and I think the crossfield wind took that ball and carried it out over the sideline, and that's a line ball for Derrygonnelly. And coming over to take it here is Francie McKenna. Francie, the youngest player on the team. I think he's only 17 years of age. Well, he's done really well there after a hesitant start. He's come into the game very well and commanding that wing half-back position. Well, there's a tussle in there, and the referee is beside the play again and decides that the ball is picked up on the ground towards a free there to Lisnaskea, and well, as Collie was going forward with that ball, he got a wee nudge or whatever, but I think he was making the most of it, and the referee doesn't see anything wrong and tells Collie to spot the ball down there. I didn't see anything, Sylvester.
No, I just think it was a bit of a gain extra yards by Collie, using his own experience.
Yeah, well, here comes Collie, a chance to register a score here for Lisnaskea, possibly the third score for them. Here he comes, left-footed, kicks it straight between the posts, and that's a great effort there from Collie Kearney. It's about 30-35 metres out. It's difficult to hit freeze today with this breeze, but Collie, as cool as you can be, very experienced, popped up that one up and over the bar, and the score after 27 and a half minutes here is Lisnaskea 0-3, Derrygonnelly 2-3, the 2 goals between the teams. Here comes Dermot Feely. Dermot right-footed, not a great kick, but he finds Martin Hamilton there to young McKenna. McKenna looking for Mickey Glynn. Mickey Glynn this time is broken down by Pierce Collins, but up to pick up the ball is Sean Flanagan. Sean looks up, is tackled in there by Eamon Shannon has the ball. Eamon, the referee, decides that he'll throw up the ball. It was getting a little dangerous in there. Good decision, and the referee decides to throw the ball up between the 2 big men, Flanagan and McCreesh. Flanagan wins that tussle again and flicks the ball back to Paul Green. Paul has it there, falls foul there and looks up, thinks about the quick free, looks in there inside for Gary Smith. Gary gathers that ball well. Gary tries to turn inside his marker there. He does turn inside Johnny McBride. Left-footed from Gary, but this time Gary under a lot of pressure there from Johnny McBride. Puts that ball to the left and wide. Well, that's a Lisnaskea look about the short kick out and is taken there by Cormac McGallan, finds Barry King. Barry up there looking for young Riley. Young Riley there to, I think it's possibly Shane King, is it? Keith Swift was up there to Shane King. This is the first time we've seen Shane running with the ball. Here he comes, right-footed, taking on McGrady there. He's 30 metres out, going really well here. Cuts inside, looks up, takes another solo, going back there looking for support. Has nobody with him. Still in possession, Shane King. Shane flicks it inside there to Kieran Woods, I think it was, and well, he hit the ball too hard, and well, the ball went over the line and the ball has gone wide. Well, probably the difference there between the 2 teams, Sylvester, is that Derrygonnelly, when they're in them positions, have a number of options, whereas Lisnaskea there had very few people to support Shane King.
That's right, Shane was on his own there. There was nobody really showing for the ball, helping him out. As we said at the start, the midfield battle was vital, and Derrygonnelly have won the midfield battle this half, hands down. They've won everything, breaking ball and all.
Well, that's a fair comment there from Sylvester. I think Sean Flanagan in particular is having an outstanding game there, winning most of the loose ball, and we resume with the play there, and it's a line ball to Derrygonnelly. Coming over to take it is Colm Carl. Colm, here he comes, right-footed. High ball, looking for Sean Flanagan again, Collie Curran. Again, Flanagan wins that ball, lays it off there to Martin Green, his midfield partner, but Martin is blocked down there by Barry King, and Barry looking to Brian McCreesh. Brian, a long ball in there, testing Bug Cassidy and Mark O'Donnell there. O'Donnell slaps the ball down, it's picked up there. Well, I thought it was going to be picked up by Tommy Maguire. He gets it on the second chance, flicks it back out to Colin Curran. Collie looking in there for Kieran Woods. Kieran looking to turn his man, but the goalkeeper's out there very quickly. Dermot Feely, very cool there with the ball, flicks it out there, and Niall Smith, I think, was with it, and Niall comes out with it, and the ball is picked up there by Francie McKenna, and at that the referee has decided that it's half-time here. It's half-time here at St. Malasha Park, and I would say that's a very entertaining first half, and Derrygonnelly will be very pleased with their first half work, and they go in at half-time. The score is Derrygonnelly 2-3, Lisnaskea 0-3. A tremendous crowd here, and I would say that Derrygonnelly are very happy with the score at half-time, and the 2 goals are probably the great difference between the teams. Sylvester, your thoughts on that half in general?
Poor start, I suppose, again, very scrappy start. 2 teams probably testing one another for the first 10 minutes. Then Derrygonnelly started to settle down. The first score is vital when they got it. Settled themselves down. They played really, really good football from there on in. They've won the midfield battle. Their forwards, particularly their 2 corner forwards, have been showing really well, winning ball and using it well. And as we were saying earlier on, their support play up front is excellent. Their moving off the ball is brilliant. 2 good goals. And they would be more than happy at going in half-time 6 points up. I'm sure if they're set at the start of the game we win 6 points up, they'd be very happy.
On the other hand, what do you think Lisnaskea can do about this? I know they'll have the breeze in the second half and they might be their turn, but their backs seem to be getting a tired enough time in there, as you say, especially the two cornerbacks, and even Mickey Glynn has given Pierce Collins, who's been so reliable throughout this championship, a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I'm sure Pat King will be giving them a real lecture at half time, especially their defence. They'll have to go man to man, mark and tight, so they will, and they'll have to bring in somebody, I think, to mark Kevin McGrath or is it Kevin Cassidy? Gary Smith, because they're doing a lot of damage in there at corner forward. But as we said, they're playing with a win this half. I'm sure he'll be giving Brian McCreasy and Collie Curran too, telling them they've got to win the midfield battle, so they have, because that'll be a vital area this half. If they get good quality ball into Mark O'Donnell, the same as what was going into the Derrygonnelly forwards that half, it could be a different story.
Right, well, we'll leave it at that. We'll take our well-earned break here, maybe even get a cup of tea at half-time, and the score is 2-3 to Derrygonnelly, 0-3 to Lisnaskea.
Devonish forward who already played against Lisnaskea in the championship campaign. Paul, it's half-time in this county final here between Derrygonnelly and Lisnaskea. What is your feelings at the present time about it?
My immediate impression from the first half, Peter, is that Derrygonnelly have been very, very impressive. They have been first to the vast majority of breaking balls. Anytime there's a Derrygonnelly player in possession, they have a colleague on their heel to take the pass from them. Derrygonnelly forward line have been fairly impressive as well. Have taken two very good goals, albeit there might have been a wee bit of luck in relation to the first goal. Michael Glynn, as full forward, has moved out and is leaving quite a bit of space inside for the two corner forwards, Gary Smith and Kevin McGrath. And they are certainly causing a lot of problems for their respective markers, Johnny McBain and Damien Tate.
Yes, I would say also that it proves a point that appetite for the game, with the long layoff of Derrygonnelly being out of county finals, obviously today is more superior than the thing of Lisnaskea having experience, because Pat King made that point to me before the match, that he was afraid of the appetite that Derrygonnelly would have for the game and their keenness, and it proves it here today. They're a lot more keener and more eager for the ball than at present the Lisnaskea Emmets.
Yes, I would agree with that, Peter. That's just to reiterate what I was saying about Derrygonnelly in the first half there. They have a colleague on their side at all times when they have the ball. From personal experience, I remember in 1985 when we got to the championship final, we hadn't been in it for 18 years, and we would have done anything to win the championship match. And Derrygonnelly at this point in time at half-time in this year's final are looking the far hungrier team, playing the better football, and Lisnaskea would definitely want to waken up if they want to make a game of it.
Yes, I would agree with that, and I do think that the second half, the wind advantage is possibly to Lisnaskea, and it's about the only thing I would say that Lisnaskea should hope for now is to have wind advantage in the second half, because at the moment Derrygonnelly Harps are taking the game totally to them.
Certainly Derrygonnelly are taking the game to Skea, that's true. In the under-16 final, Devonish had a 4-point lead at half-time, only for Enniskillen to wipe that out with what you would call a barrage of goals. Now, if Lisnaskea can get Mark O'Donnell into the game, leave the space from him in the full forward line, and get Shane King more into the game as well, they would definitely have a chance of winning this game. But you've got to remember, and the Lisnaskea players have got to remember at half-time, that the wind won't win the game for you. And if Derrygonnelly display the same commitment and hunger in the last 30 minutes as they've showed in the first 30 minutes, I don't think there'll be much in it at the end. Lisnaskea would want to up their game a bit.
Yes, I would say Lisnaskea will want to up the game, but however, there's a half an hour left, and it's fairly open at the moment. Even with the lead that Derrygonnelly has, the game is still open.
Yes, the game is still very open, and I must say it's been quite a good game so far. Derrygonnelly played good football. Lisnaskea have kept in with a couple of points there from frees by Collie Curran, and as I said earlier, if they get Mark O'Donnell into the game, get the ball into him a wee bit quicker and use their supporting players, it should be a good finish.
Should be a good finish, and indeed it's a good performance by the Derrygonnelly Harps for the first time in a county final since 1957. Thanks, Paul, for being with us at half-time in this game.
Thank you, Peter.
Welcome back here now to St. Malachy Park, and a substitute on both teams. I think there's number 19 for Derrygonnelly has gone in there, and that's Gary Jones. Gary Jones has gone in there to cornerback, and coming off is Donald Corrigan. That's probably a tactical switch in there. And on the Lisnaskea team, I see Tony Collins has gone in centre half back. Eamon Shannon has gone off, and not sure where Barry King is lining out at the minute. Yeah, Barry King has gone into centre half forward, and Shane King has gone into corner forward. So Lisnaskea have made the switches, and Derrygonnelly have reacted immediately and brought on Davy Jones to pick up Shane King, and Tony Collins has come in centre half back. So that's a tactical switch there on both sides, and I think Derrygonnelly were very quick to make that decision.
I'd say Gibby Jones will probably do a man-marking job in Shane King. He'll follow him everywhere and get no room at all. Tony Collins probably just playing defensive switch to tighten up the defence, the Lisnaskea defence for the second half.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see. That's a lethal looking full forward line there at the minute. Not the fact I see Shane King over here this wing. Shane has been picked up by Colm Carl over the far wing there. I'm not sure who it is. It's in the corner forward position, but well, we'll see as the game goes on, and the first ball is won there by McCreesh. Brian McCreesh to Colin Kern. Collie, high ball in there, but picked up by Young McKenna. Young McKenna with it, coming out there, tackled strongly there, but still coming out with it, and it's that man Sean Flanagan again. Sean is, well, rugby tackled there by Brian McCreesh, and well, the referee immediately calls Brian over, and that's definitely a booking for Lisnaskea, or for the Lisnaskea man, Brian McCreesh. Yeah, I see now what Lisnaskea have done. Kieran Woods is corner forward, Shane King's other corner forward, and Mark O'Donnell. That's potentially a lethal full forward line, Sylvester.
Lethal full forward line is to get good quality ball, but I'm sure Derrygonnelly will have their homework done doing. They'll be preventing good quality ball from going inside. There'll be out midfield men on the half backs, or the half forwards will be marking tight, I'm sure.
Well, we'll follow the play here, and it's Mickey Glynn with the ball. Mickey foraging deep there, gives a short ball out there to young McGrath. Kevin McGrath, only 20 years of age, playing Derrygonnelly, playing in their first championship final in 38 years, I think it is. Well, the ball goes in there towards Gary Smith. Gary picks it up, flicks it back out there to McGrath. McGrath loses it, leaves it to Sean Flanagan. Sean looks up, great ball over here to Kevin Castey. Kevin Castey is Paul Green with him, but throw the hand there, turns inside. Kevin gets on to left foot. Kevin looks up, and fine effort there from Kevin, but this time the ball breaks over there to the right and wide. Well, Derrygonnelly still persistent with the short game there. They worked that ball, Sean Flanagan over to Paul Green, over to Kevin Castey, before Castey got his had a chance to shoot, and Castey tailed that one to the right as we look at it and went wide. Well, a great crowd here in St. Malasha Park. The rain has stayed away, thankfully. No umbrellas so far. Well, here we go, back with the play. The referee awards a free there to Lisnaskea, and taking it quickly there is Barry King, I think it is, looking there towards Tommy Maguire. Tommy, high ball in there towards Kieran Woods. Kieran Woods flapping at it there, and it's picked up there, well read by Bug Castey. Bug decides to let that ball run the whole way over that line, and yes indeed it goes the whole way over that line, and Derrygonnelly will be in no rush at all with their kick-outs. They're playing probably against the breeze here. The score still remains Derrygonnelly 2-3, Lisnaskea 0-3, and there's we're into the third minute of the half here. Running up and down the line there, I see Donald Fee and Hugh Kelly. Well, they've planned this game very, very well. They've thought about it, and they've made their changes, and things are working out so far for Derrygonnelly, and they'll be very pleased with that. But there's another 25 minutes to go before we find out who the winners of the New York Gold Cup are for 1995. Well, with the ball is Derrygonnelly again. Up the field there is Gary Smith. Gary having a great game there, left-footed Gary. Here he comes. Wee bit of a off the ball incident there, but we'll follow the play, and Gary still going through. Gary still, he's about 30 yards out. Gary is about to shoot, and just as he's about to shoot, he's fouled there by Collie Corn, and the referee awards a free in, and that was great play by Gary Smith. He won that ball maybe 45, 50 metres out, forced the whole way through in there to the 21, and just as he was in the art of kicking, well, he got fouled, and the referee awarded the free, and taking the free is Archie Green. Archie right-footed. Archie just come right dead over the black spot, and that's great score for for Derrygonnelly. To be very, very pleased to get the first score of the second half. 4 minutes gone, and Derrygonnelly get the first score, and the score is 2 goals and 4 points to Lisnaskea, 0-3. With the kick is McAdam. McAdam long ball out there. Fielded there by Shane King. Well taken by King, but he's immediately tackled by 1, 2, 3 men. But King comes out with it. Looking there for the full forward line, but McGrady reads that one. McGrady comes across, picks it up, toe to hand to toe. Back again there towards Niall Smith, Niall looking inside there for McGrath. Kevin McGrath running over there, but it's picked up there by number 2 for Johnny McBride. Johnny looking in there, feeds Brian O'Donnell. Brian O'Donnell coming out, here he comes. Short ball there to Barry King. Barry picks it up, Barry looks up, looking about the long delivery into the full forward line, but picking up that ball there is number 19 for Derrygonnelly, Gabriel Jones. Jones picks it up there and coming out again, Derrygonnelly coming with it, and in the shape of, I think it's Niall Smith there with number 5, and he's foraging through there. He gives a great ball in there towards Kevin McGrath. Kevin wins and he's going through there. Kevin picks it up, he's about 21 metres out. Kevin left footed, kicks in towards the square. It's blocked in. It's a goal! It's a goal! It's a goal, and it's Hamilton to score. Kevin McGrath won that ball over there, flicked it inside his marker, Damien Teague. He coolly slotted the ball across the goals. Martin Hamilton tapped it down to himself and picked it and buried it to the net. And the score is 3-4 to Derrygonnelly to 0-3. This could be Derrygonnelly's day, Sylvester.
Great score by Derrygonnelly. It's what they needed. It'll settle them down well for the second half, and they'll build on that now. This is going to have a strong uphill battle to fight now, so they have.
In possession, Mark O'Donnell, he's the man they'll be looking to. O'Donnell's shot across the goals and wide, it's wide. I see a substitute coming on to the Lisnaskea team as Brendan McCreesh there coming on. Well, Lisnaskea have it all to do at this stage. There's 9, 10, 13 points to 3. They're 10 points behind, and there's 5-6 minutes gone. Well, there's still plenty of time in the game. There's 24 minutes left, but they have it all to do at this stage. Well, it's brother for brother, I see. Brian McCreesh comes off and Brendan comes on. Well, Brian has had his problems in the centre field. Sean Flanagan particularly dominant in that area. We'll follow the play as the ball goes out towards the centre field and picked up there by Colin Kern. Collie over there to Barry King. Barry right-footed in there looking for O'Donnell, but he's been marked there very tightly by Bud Cassidy, and this time the ball goes over the end line and wide. Colin Kern gives that ball in there towards O'Donnell, but O'Donnell, the supply he's getting isn't great, Sylvester.
Not good ball, but in saying that, the forward of the Lisnaskea full forward is not moving at all. They're not showing enough for the midfielders to deliver a good ball.
Yeah, they seem to be very hesitant. Derrygonnelly seem to be the hungrier side, Sylvester.
Oh, yeah, Derrygonnelly are definitely got their tails up now. They're fighting hard for every ball. They're giving the Lisnaskea forwards no room whatsoever.
There's some great penetrating runs into the defence as well, particularly Niall Smith, Gary Smith, Kevin McGrath. They're all doing their job, Sylvester.
Working very hard. The forwards are really, when they get a ball up there, they're really doing wonderful work with it, working it into a good scoring position. They don't get it free. They're putting it out of play, which is just as good.
Well, we'll follow the play here again. Things get a little heated on the sideline there, and Keith Swift there with the ball. Keith looks up, pops the ball in there towards O'Donnell. O'Donnell this time looking for it, but again Bud Cassidy is there, and well, he does his job very well. He comes across O'Donnell and shields that ball out over the end line. That's 3 balls now that Lisnaskea have kicked out over the end line, and the full forward line, as Sylvester says, just hasn't got on to the end of them. Well, Dermot Feely with the kick and no rush to take it at all. Gone to the centre of the field for Lisnaskea is Barry King, I think, and gone into the forward line is Brendan McCreesh. Well, we'll follow the play as the ball comes out in the centre of the field and it's picked up by Shane King. Shane King there going through. He's about 30 metres out. He looks up inside him. He's very tight to the end line. As a matter of fact, he goes over the sideline, and the linesman over there puts up the white flag and decides that that's a line ball to Derrygonnelly. Well, this time it's young Carl with it. Carl with no rush to take it. Colm Carl, 20 years of age. Here he comes, right-footed. High, long ball, looking there for Mickey Glynn. The ball is broken loose there as Colin Curran. Colin got a wee shove in the back there, and the referee again up and play decides it free. Colin looks to take it quickly, stops, takes again. Here he comes, left-footed in there towards Kieran Woods. Kieran Woods and Gaby Jones go up for O'Donnell and Cassidy tussle for it in there. Cassidy done really well, knocked it down there. It comes out to Shane King. Shane turns on to his right foot. Shane across the goals, but it comes over here to McGrady. McGrady picks it up. Strong man on the ball. Here he comes out. Oh, he comes out there with his shoulder, but the referee allows the play to go on. It comes out there to Martin Hamill. Martin kicks it looking there towards McGrath, but McGrath doesn't go for this time, but it's picked up by, Kevin Cassidy. Kevin, however he done manage that, he wins the ball, and it comes out with it. Here he comes left-footed, very confident on the ball. Here he comes, pushing through, short ball there over to Archie Green. Archie Green over to young McGrath. McGrath picking up a side of ball. Here he comes, turns inside his marker, does really well there. Damien Teague is the soul there, and young McGrath with it. He's got Archie Green with him. Great ball towards Archie, but it's picked up there by Mickey Glynn. Mickey Glynn back to Archie Green. Archie shoots and it's a point. And that's a great score there. It's a major score this from Derrygonnelly. And this is really, really entertaining football there from Derrygonnelly. Kevin Cassidy won that ball. Give it over to Hugh McGrath. McGrath turned his man. Fed it to Archie Green. Archie confident, cool on the ball, flicked it over the bar. 3-5 to 0-3, and there's 11 points between the teams. Picking up the loose ball there, Sean Flanagan. Flanagan to McGrady. McGrady short ball there to Niall Smith. Niall's tackle, gives it to Paul Green. Paul space in front of him. Paul's about 50 metres out. He's on the 40. Toe to hand to toe. Here comes Paul. He's 35 metres out. Flicks it over there to Kevin Cassidy. Well, Kevin in possession. He's 21 yards out. Turns inside, very cool on the ball. Turns inside, left-footed this time. It's a poor effort there from Kevin Cassidy, and the ball goes over that line, and Lisnaskea in a tremendous rush to take the kick out, and McAdam to take it. We'll get a quick word with Sylvester about that score there from Derrygonnelly. I thought it was probably one of the best scores of the game, Sylvester.
Great score. Kevin Cassidy doing great work out in the middle of the field. Carried the ball on inside for a long time under a lot of pressure. Used it out to Kevin McGrath. Fed a long ball through. Mickey Linden well to flick it back to Martin Green, and Archie put it over the bar. Good score.
Great score, yes. That's great team score. Says there they're playing really as a team. They're playing really, really well. This Derrygonnelly team. They're so hungry for the ball, and they're winning most of the loose ball, and they're dominating at this stage. And there's 10 minutes gone, and the score is 3-5 to Derrygonnelly, 0-3 to Lisnaskea. There'll be an awful lot of people, if they came into the ground, would find that score very hard to believe, Sylvester.
I'm sure they would. People probably thought Lisnaskea would be in front of Derrygonnelly at this stage, but Derrygonnelly well worth their lead. Well worth their lead.
The ball breaks loose there, a bit of a great block there by Sean Flanagan, picked up there by number 15 for Lisnaskea, Brendan McCreesh. Great effort from Brendan, and that is an excellent point there from Brendan McCreesh. He picked that ball up there from an awkward angle and slotted over the bar. And that puts Lisnaskea a little bit closer. It's 14-4, 10 points between the teams. 11 minutes gone, still plenty of time left, Sylvester.
Plenty of time, but I think Lisnaskea need a goal at this stage to lift their game. Derrygonnelly are fighting very hard in defence. They give nothing away. They're tackling hard. And Sean Flanagan's an inspiration in midfield there at the minute.
Yes, he really is. And young Cassie's doing a tremendous job in there, Mark O'Donnell.
Doing very well. I'm doing very well. He's giving him no room at all. And any ball that Mark O'Donnell's getting is just scrappy ball that's coming in. It's anybody's ball. It's a big high ball coming in, and it's anybody's ball.
Dermot Feely with the kick. Dermot long ball out looking towards Paul Green. Paul Green loses it there to Brian O'Donnell. Brian O'Donnell to Brendan McCreesh. Brendan looks up, looks inside him there for O'Donnell. O'Donnell and Cassie tussle for it, but it's the youngest player on the field. Francie McKenna with it. McKenna to Green. Green over there to McGrady. McGrady toe to hand. McGrady tackled by two Lisnaskea players, but again they come out. But sorry, that was Hamilton with the ball. Hamilton playing really well there for Derrygonnelly. This time he loses it, and the ball is broke loose there, and the referee, again a wise decision, decides that there could be danger there and decides to throw up the ball. Throw up ball here between McGrady and Brendan McCreesh, and in comes Barry King. Barry slaps it on there towards Tommy Maguire. Tommy looking there for Brendan McCreesh. Brendan in the clear. Brendan's about 35 metres out. Gives a great ball in there towards Shane King. Shane looks up and Shane kicks, and it's gone to the right and gone wide. It's gone wide, and those are the chances that Lisnaskea cannot afford to put wide at this stage of the game. It was a good ball there by Brendan McCreesh into Shane King, and Shane slotted the ball but just tailed to the right and wide, and there's 13 minutes gone, and it's 3-5 to Derrygonnelly, 0-4 to Lisnaskea. Sylvester, your thoughts on what Lisnaskea could do maybe to turn this game round? I remember the final 2-3 years ago, I think it was 92, I think it was, when they were trailing in the Skillen by 5 or 6 points coming into the last 5-10 minutes, and they got a draw. Do you think that's possible today?
Oh, it's a possibility. They're coming more into the game at the minute. They're getting more of the breaking ball around the middle of the park.
Oh, the ball breaks loose there. It's in towards Kieran's. Kieran's blocked. Oh, great defensive play there. Sorry to interrupt Sylvester there, but that was a great ball in there. I think it was Shane King, and Kieran Woods was on the end of it, and there was one or two Derrygonnelly defenders threw themselves at the feet of Kieran Woods, and they got the ball deflected out over the sideline, and that was a vital stop at this stage of the game. We'll just go back to Sylvester, and we'll see what his thoughts are, what Lisnaskea can do maybe to get back into this game.
Well, all Lisnaskea can do is up their game, win more ball in the middle of the park, and try and get good quality ball fed into the full forward line, and them flick it back out to players coming through, like what happened there. That was a great great bit of defending by Derrygonnelly. Keeper done well, and I don't know who it was, whether it was the cornerback, done really well to block the ball on the line.
Yeah, great defensive play there, but well, a chance here for Collie Curran. I think Collie be well advised to go for his point here. Here he comes left-footed, but Collie's not in this game today, and well, the referee has seen a bit of pushing in there. He's seen a bit of pushing, and I think he has awarded a penalty in there. Yes, indeed, the referee has awarded a penalty to Lisnaskea for pushing. That seemed very, very harsh, Sylvester.
It looks a harsh decision, all right. It wasn't a deliberate foul, I don't think. A bit of pulling and hauling, surely what happens in any square. But
it seemed to be outside or was it inside the square?
It would have been inside the square, yes. But a harsh decision, I would say, in Derrygonnelly. But it's one that if Lisnaskea converted to lift their game, it could be the changing of the game.
Coming to take the kick is Shane King. Well, this is a vital kick. 14 minutes gone in the half. Here he comes. Shane King, right-footed against Feely. Kicks, hits the bar. Back to King. Shoots. Goal! Goal for Lisnaskea. Goal for Lisnaskea. Shane King, the score. Well, what can we say? The referee awarded a penalty. Seemed quite harsh, but the penalty was taken by Shane King. The ball hit the bar, came back out. Shane gathered it and coolly slotted to the net. Sylvester, your thoughts on that score?
Well put away the second time is Shane King. Good. He struck the ball well, hit the crossbar, got the rebound, put it away well. Derrygonnelly must get back to the concentration now and concentrate on winning the ball and forget about that incident.
Have we a different game here? I wonder. Well, time will tell. 15 minutes gone. 3-5 to 1-4. That's 14-7. Double scores here in St. Malachy Park. The match's final. This is turning out to be. Sylvester, this is probably as good a final as we've had in a number of years, probably.
Very exciting final, very exciting game now. It's just in the boiling pot now, so it is. Lisnaskea can build on that goal. Anything can happen. Derrygonnelly, on the other hand, keep their cool, keep picking over the scores that they can get, and the final is theirs. I think it's more or less Derrygonnelly losing the final than Lisnaskea winning it.
Well, time will tell. Young McGrath loses that ball in there, but coming out to take it is Paul Green. Paul picks it up there, very strong on the ball. Paul looks inside there. Young McGrath has it this time, but again he loses it, and Colin Curran has it. Colin back there in defence, gives it out there towards Pierce Collins. Pierce, here he comes. Pierce will carry this ball out of defence. Great striding run by Pierce. Oh, looking for Mark O'Donnell. O'Donnell and Casti. O'Donnell wins it. Here it comes in towards Kieran Woods. Kieran Woods and Gibby Jones. Ball breaks loose. Keeper coming out forward, and the ball is out over the end line, yes, and the umpire quickly over there awards 45-metre free. This is frantic stuff. This is tremendous stuff here in St. Malachy Park, and the big crowd are really enjoying this final here today. Well, Colin Curran's kicks haven't been great this half. This time he's decided to leave it to Shane King. He'd be well advised to go for his point. I said that the last time when a penalty came off it, but I'd say Shane will be looking to put this one all the way. Here he comes. Shane, right-footed, wind behind him, 45 metres out. Here he comes. Looking at the post, head down, kicks it, slips, and he was taking it in, over the bar. Sean Flanagan was on the end of it, but the ball's gone over the bar, and there's 17 minutes gone, 13 minutes remaining. There's 2 goals between the teams. It's 3-5 to Derrygonnelly, 1-5 to Lisnaskea. What a final we have here. What a last 10, 12, 13 minutes we have. Sylvester, what do you think? Any changes Derrygonnelly can make to try and turn this now their way for the last 10 minutes?
No, I think that Derrygonnelly's doing okay. Lisnaskea have up their game. Derrygonnelly have got to match them, obviously, so they have. The wind seems to have changed and it's going more up and down the field now and suiting Lisnaskea.
Here they come again. It's Barry King to Shane King. Shane King to young Riley, I think it is, attacking forward there. He's fouled, and there's another penalty. No, this time it's a free. This time it's a free in. I think that was young Riley. Yes, indeed it was. Number 16 who picked that ball up and ran at the defence. Barry King has made a great difference since he's went to midfield. And taking the kick is Shane King. And there's 5 points between the teams now. The score has been slowly but surely whittled away. We're keeping a close eye on the clock. The clock seems to be going slow. There's 18 minutes gone. And there's 5 points between the teams. That point from Shane King for the free there, the young Riley won. He won that ball very well. Well, Sylvester, Barry King's doing great work there, around the middle of the field.
Yeah, Derrygonnelly's winning, or Lisnaskea winning that battle now at the middle, around the middle of the park. Derrygonnelly must turn a few balls into the forward line now and release the pressure off the defence.
Here it goes again. Again, it's Barry King with it. Shane King, sorry. Shane picks it up back to Tony Collins. Tony's tackled there very strongly by Glenn. Tony gets over the play in towards O'Donnell. O'Donnell wins it. O'Donnell is 30 yards out, left-footed. Oh, Mark, you will rue that score, I would say. Mark turned, he done all the hard work there. Turned and shot with his left foot. He had plenty of time, but unfortunately for Lisnaskea and for Mark, the ball went to the right or went to the left as we look at it here and wide. Bad miss there, Sylvester.
Yeah, that was a bad miss by Mark O'Donnell on a let-off for Derrygonnelly. He won the ball well, turned well, and under no pressure kicked it wide with his left foot.
Here it comes again. Shane King breaking it. They win it again. Shane has it. Here it comes with it. Shane right-footed. Thinks about his own score, but again this time it's gone to the right or gone to the left as we look at it and wide. These are chances that Lisnaskea need to be taken, I think, at this stage. There's 10 minutes left. All to play for here, all to play for. Dermot Feely with no rush with the kick. His team are leading by 5 points, but again it's Lisnaskea on the Sensi, and the ball has gone out over the sideline there, and it is a line ball. Derrygonnelly seem to be playing into Lisnaskea's hands here. They're pulling all their half forwards very, very deep, and this time it's Kieran Woods with it. I think Kieran has it. Tackled there by Gaby Jones. The referee has decided it's a free in. Yes, indeed, it's a free in to Lisnaskea, and there could be just 4 points between the teams after this kick. Time will tell. Shane King in a rush to take it. He still has plenty of time. Shane King with it. Well, he's what, 30 metres out. Here he comes, right-footed, pure kick, but it's enough to go over the bar. It's over the bar. It's 1-7. That's 10 to Lisnaskea. It's 3-5 to Derrygonnelly. That's 14. Sylvester, 4 points between it, and 9 minutes left. It's all Lisnaskea at this stage.
Yeah, Lisnaskea's really on top there at the minute, so Derrygonnelly can't really get by midfield, so they can't. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if they come back another day for this game.
Yeah, it could well be. We could have another day out. You never know. Here they come. Derrygonnelly kick out. Dermot Feely out the middle. Again, Lisnaskea break it, but this time it's won by Colm Carl. Carl has it, looks up, loses it, and Lisnaskea have it again. Referee this time decides that there's a foul there on one of the Derrygonnelly forwards, and if I was Sean Flanagan, I'd leave this ball down. I'd be in no rush with it, but Sean, here he kicks it high and long, and a poor ball there. Well, Derrygonnelly are definitely rattled, Sylvester. Sean Flanagan should have let that ball down the ground and took his time about taking it instead of wild kicking over the sideline and line ball to Lisnaskea.
Oh yes, he should have settled it down there, let the forwards get into their positions. Just waste a few minutes, just let them back, let them get the concentration back.
Ball down there towards McGrady. McGrady and Kieran Woods. Kieran has it, or Shane King has it. Shane, he's 30 metres out. Shane right-footed, looks up, takes about his own score, and it is his own score. There's only a goal between the teams. A goal between the teams. Shane King gathered that long clearance there, got the ball 45, 50 metres out, took 2-3 solos and slotted the ball between the posts. Another great score by Shane King, Sylvester.
Great score by Shane King. Domini's good at running direct at that position, carried it on, put into his about 21 yards out and popped it over the bar. Excellent score.
I think Derrygonnelly will be well advised maybe to change young McGrady on to Shane King, maybe to curb his influence on the game. The ball goes in there towards Gaby Jones and Kieran Woods. Gaby Jones has it, and it's picked up there by Bug Cassidy. Bug coming out with it. He's tackled strongly there by the Lisnaskea forwards. McKenna has it. McKenna to McGrady. McGrady to Paul Green here, Archie Green. Archie in the middle of the field here, running at the defence. He's tackled strongly there, and he looked for his free there, and about the fact he got his free. Well, this time I don't think there'll be in any rush to take it. We have 23 minutes gone. The score is 3-5. That's 14 to Derrygonnelly, 11 to Lisnaskea, or to Lisnaskea. Lisnaskea still have it in the possession here. Long ball there towards Kieran Moore, or to Keith Riley and Niall Smith. Niall Smith has has it, but Niall gives a poor ball out there towards Colm Carroll, and the ball goes over the sideline. His sideline ball to Lisnaskea. That's a tremendous last 5-8 minutes we're in for here. High ball towards Cassidy and O'Donnell. O'Donnell coming into this game now, gallops the ball. O'Donnell 50 metres out. O'Donnell looks up, looking there towards Kieran Woods. Kieran Woods has it. Kieran Woods, great ball in there to Benny McCreesh. Shoots, and it's wide. Oh, that's a bad miss there from Benny McCreesh. He was straight through there. He was about 21 metres out, and well, Benny will be disappointed with that. He definitely should have done better. Sylvester.
Yeah, bad miss by Benny McCreesh there. Excellent approach work by the Lisnaskea forward line. Worked them into a good position, straight in front of the goals, and terrible miss.
Well, Lisnaskea could rule that. There's still 3 points between the team. Substitute on the Derrygonnelly team. John McGovern coming on. Here comes John. Coming off, I'm not sure. It looks like young McGrath, Kevin McGrath. Well, Kevin deserves a fine round of applause. He's had a tremendous game, I think, for a young fella. He's done really, really well. Well, there's a switch in there, I think. I don't see where John McGovern, yes, he's gone to corner forward, but there's some position switches. I think somebody else is picking up. And Kieran Woods in there. Well, we'll follow the play at the minute. It's a free there to Colin Corn. He's right on the 45-metre line. I see Pierce Collins going forward for this. Pierce has gone forward, and his man decides not to follow him, but here comes Colley. Again, not a great effort by Colley, and it's picked up there by young McKenna, who's done really well for Derrygonnelly. Here he comes, coming out with the ball, looking for somebody up here that need to win this one. To go for it is John McGovern. Well, John loses out to Damien Teague. Damien has it. Damien is fouled in there, and the referee is awarded. The referee has awarded a free to Lisnaskea, and somebody said something and brought the ball forward. Derrygonnelly be well advised to say very little. 5 minutes to go. Colley lobs it in towards O'Donnell. O'Donnell, I don't know who has it in there. I think it's picked up there by Sean Flanagan. Flanagan has it, and Flanagan gives it there to Bug Cassidy. Bug tries to come out with it. Oh, and the referee has decided that Bug Cassidy was charging there, and he has awarded a free to Derrygonnelly, or to Lisnaskea. And this is a chance to narrow the score. There could be only 2 points between the teams if this goes over the bar, and there'll be 4 minutes remaining. Here comes Shane King, right-footed. Shane kicks it. It looks good. It is good. It's over the bar. It's over the bar. And there's only 2 points between the teams. Derrygonnelly haven't scored, I think, for something like 20 minutes in this game. Sylvester, 4 minutes remaining, 2 points between the teams. Stick your neck out and tell me how it's going to go.
I fancy a draw. Derrygonnelly's hanging on by the threads. They must turn a few balls up the field and relieve the pressure of this defence. But Lisnaskea, their tails are up and they're fighting hard for every ball, so they are.
With the ball is Paul Green. Paul is fouled there. Well, that'll take a little bit of the pressure off Derrygonnelly. Paul has won that ball in no rush to take the free, but the fact he leaves it there for Sean Flanagan. Sean looks up, thinks about hitting it off the ground, looks up, hits it long and hard over there towards Gary Smith. Gary hasn't seen a lot of the ball this half, but he wins that ball very well, and Gary goes over the sideline. He goes over the sideline. It looked as if he may have been fouled there, but the linesman put up his flag, and it's a line ball, and Lisnaskea take it very quickly, and it's in the shape of Barry King. Barry long ball here looking for Tommy Maguire. Tommy Maguire and young McKenna. McKenna and Hamilton there has it. Hamilton does very well there, picks up that ball, feeds it back there to Paul Green. Paul with it, taps the ball there, and Paul looks up. Oh, a poor ball there from Paul, and is picked up there by Keith Swift. Keith toe to hand, looks up there, high ball in towards Kieran Woods. Kieran's through. Kieran's 30 metres out. He's on the 21 into O'Donnell. Picked up there by Bug Cassidy. Great play by Owen Cassidy. Lisnaskea be well advised to go for their points there. Kieran Woods had a chance. O'Donnell had a chance there to go for a point. And Derrygonnelly work it out in the shape of Paul Green. He's doing tremendous work here. Gives it out there to Francis McKenna. McKenna tries to play the ball there. He's tackled by 3 Lisnaskea men. And he draws a foul out of them. Well, how long have we left? We have 3 minutes left still. 2 points between the teams. 3-5. This is 14. 2-1-9 to Lisnaskea, which is 12. 14-12. Paul Green with it. Gives it short to his brother Archie. Archie Green with it. Toe to hand. Archie takes on Collie Corn. Gives it back to Paul Green. Possession football here. Paul Green has it. Does very well. Goes round Tony Collins. And Paul Green still has it. The referee has decided he's overcarried the ball. And it's a free here to Lisnaskea, and Pierce Collins with it. Here comes Pierce. The voice is beginning to go. It's a good job. We're getting near the end of the game. In there towards McKenna. Well read there by Bug Cassidy. Bug Cassidy does well. Comes out, gives it back to McKenna. McKenna, very cool play there from the youngster. In there towards Mickey Glynn. Mickey waiting on that ball, but Collie Corn didn't. Collie knocks it down. Tom McGuire shoots. It's in there. Off the post. It's in. I don't know what happened in there. Oh, the referee has awarded a free out. The Derrygonnelly Harps must be in their mouths at this stage. The ball was floated in there by Tommy Maguire. The ball came off the crossbar. I thought it was into a Derrygonnelly or into a Lisnaskea man's hands, but no, it came out, and the referee spotted a foul in there, and he awarded a free to Derrygonnelly. How long have we left? We're into the last minute of the game. There's still 2 points between the teams. This is a very exciting, tremendous final this has turned out to be. Derrygonnelly have it. They're a minute away from winning the New York Gold Cup for the first time ever in the history of the club. Can they hold on? Here they come with the ball. It's Keys Cassidy over there to John McGovern. McGovern has it, left-footed. John flicks it over there towards John McGrady. McGrady has it. McGrady's tackled there by Tommy Maguire. McGrady's still in possession. The referee has awarded a free to Derrygonnelly. I think they've done enough, Sylvester. I think they may have done enough.
I think they may have. It depends what injury time he puts on. But the game's over. 30 minutes is up at this stage, so they are. But Derrygonnelly, if they win it, they deserve it. They've worked really, really hard for it.
It's been a tremendous final, and that's Archie Green's ball in there towards the defence. It's broken loose. There's a scramble in there. This could be the sealer. It is the sealer, I would say. I think that looked like Gary Smith who got that ball and flicked it over the bar. As a matter of fact, it was Gary. Ball's taken out in the centre field very quickly. Derrygonnelly on the Sensi. The crowd behind them. What an atmosphere. That was great score by Gary Smith. The ref will follow the play. Shane King has it. A goal between the teams. Time nearly up. The referee looking at his watch. Shane King with the ball. Kicks across field there. Towards Tony Collins. Tony Collins flicks it back out there. Left footed in there. One chance. O'Donnell has it. O'Donnell, Bug Cassidy. O'Donnell looks up. O'Donnell shoots. It's over the bar. It's over the bar. There's 2 points between the teams. Time is up. There's a minute over being played here. We have a minute over. Referee checking his watch. Looking at his linesman. The referee is the man who will decide. But Derrygonnelly are going to be the winners of the New York Gold Cup, the first time in the club's history. I see him looking at his watch. The crowd are getting ready to salute the heroes. Here comes Dermot Feely. Kicks out the centre field. Play goes on. Play goes on. There's another attack in the game. There's 2 points between the teams. It's over. It's over. Derrygonnelly Harps have won the 1995 New York Gold Cup, and they are worthy winners in a tremendous final. And look at the celebration, look at the jubilation out there. This has been a tremendous final. The score between the teams, those 2 points between the teams at the end, and this has been a tremendous game. And on the field come all the Derrygonnelly supporters, and they have won the New York Gold Cup for the first time in the history of Derrygonnelly Harps. And what a proud day it is for all Derrygonnelly men. Sylvester, worthy winners, I would say.
But Derrygonnelly definitely deserve this title today. They worked extremely hard for it over there as football. It's a credit to them, it's a credit to their management and staff, Donald Fee and Hugh Kelly. They worked really, really hard. They're a very, very fit team, and I think that's what stood to them, and their fitness to finish the fitter team. Although in fairness, Lisnaskea made a damn hard try near the end. They pushed it to the limit and probably feel themselves that their missed chances, they could have got a draw out of it. But all credit to Derrygonnelly. I'm delighted for them. They deserve their success.
Yeah, well, Derrygonnelly have been thereabouts the past 3-4 years. This is the first championship final that they've played in, as I said, since 1957. Lisnaskea, well, they'll be disappointed, so well, they came so close, but yet so far away there at the end. As Sylvester says there are a number of chances towards the end to maybe get an equaliser. Mark O'Donnell, Brendan McCreesh, I can remember both of them having chances towards the end to put it over the bar and maybe get a draw. But They'll rue them chances, Sylvester, will they?
I'm sure they will. There was a few points that was there for the taking, and the ball that came off the crossbar there at the end, like forward probably didn't read it too well, and the keeper done well. He did react and got his hand to the ball and got a free out. In saying that, probably the penalty decision was possibly a lucky one for Lisnaskea to bring them back into the game. But I think all in all, over the Irish play, Derrygonnelly probably shaded. They were probably the more hungrier team.
Probably the goal at the beginning of the second half was the decisive score, because it put them, I think it was maybe 10 points in the lead at that stage.
That's right. That helped a lot. So it did. But in saying that, Lisnaskea came into it then on the second half, and they made a real hard go for it, so that they pushed everything forward, and probably would have made a better quality ball going into Mark O'Donnell. He might have done more. But in saying that, on reflection on the Irish play, probably the Derrygonnelly midfield probably shaded more than the Lisnaskea midfield.
Yeah, I think the Lisnaskea struggled an awful lot at the beginning of the game in the middle of the field. The main switches there, Barry King done very well when he came into midfield, and him and Colin Curran started to turn the tide, but maybe it was too late at that stage. If I was asked you, I know you don't have the job to do, but if I was asked you to pick a man of the match, I have my own viewpoints on it. I would probably go for possibly Sean Flanagan for all the work they done in the middle of the field, especially in the first half, and in defence there in the second half. Yeah, your own thoughts, maybe some of the forwards, Gary Smith or some of that, or maybe even the midfielders or defence?
Well, take the three areas: midfield, defence and attack. In defence, I thought Paul McGrady had a good game. I thought Owen Cassidy had an excellent game. Midfield, both midfields, Sean Flanagan and Martin Green, done an awful lot of work, particularly in the first half, to keep Derrygonnelly going. And in the attack, I thought the two corner forwards, Gary Smith and Kevin McGrath, did really well. And the old man on the team, Mickey Glynn, done a lot of hard work out the field, which he won a lot of vital ball in the first half and used it well. My selection for man of the match would possibly be the captain, Sean Flanagan.
Yes, indeed. I think Sean had a tremendous hour out there today. Well, the scoreboard has been taken down. I'm not sure what the final score was. I think it was 110 maybe to 3-6 would it have been. That's 9-15, 15-13. Yeah, I think that's probably what the final score was. So from a very blustery and windy St. Malasha Park here, as the crowd leaves and the presentation ceremony is about to take place, there's tremendous jubilation on the pitch there, and the Derrygonnelly supporters and players alike are ecstatic at this stage. So from a very blustery, as I say, St. Malasha Park, will leave the 1995 championship final, and Derrygonnelly are the winners on a scoreline of 3-6 to 110. So from Sylvester and myself here, we'll sign off, and congratulations to the Harps, and I'm sure there will be celebrations in Derrygonnelly in the weeks and months ahead.
To come microphone. Mr. Chairman, fellow Gaels, it's a great honour for me to accept this trophy on behalf of the Derrygonnelly Harps. It's a great privilege for me, and a great feeling for anyone to accept it on behalf of any teams. So I'd like to thank the lads for making me captain. I'd like to thank Lisnaskea for a good, hard, fast sporting game. They really put it up just there in the end in the second half. I'd also like to thank some of our club members. Sean Smith, our chairman. This committee, this full committee. I'd also like to thank our managers, Kieran Kelly and Donald Fee. Also, I'd like to thank Andy Murphy and Kieran, Desi Burns for all the work they do with the lads, and our physio, Dr. McKeown. Also, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Eugene Cassidy. This is a great day for Derrygonnelly Harps. This is a long time coming. The Stones have been playing a lot of football, a long number of years for this day. It just goes to prove, if you put in hard work, your team will come through. And this team has come a long way in the last 30 years. And we've been labelled as the nearly team. Maybe we'll lose that label today. Again, I'd like to thank Lisnaskea. They've had a lot of troubles through this year. And as a sign of a good team, the spirit they've shown, that they've made the final again in the year. And who knows, they could be in another final 40 years out. So it just goes to show what kind of team they are. They let 3 years for Lisnaskea. Hip hip! Let's go home and get some drink!
Right. With me here we have Sean Flanagan. Well, with me here amid the noise and jubilation we have the captain of the Derrygonnelly team, Sean Flanagan, here holding very tight to the New York Gold Cup. Congratulations, Sean, and tell us how you feel at this stage.
It's just hard to sink in at the minute this year. Playing for the Harps has been coming so long. For players like myself, I've been playing a long number of years in bottom division football, and we never thought we'd see the day, but this last lot of years we put in a lot of work and stuck at it and eventually came good the year.
What do you put your success down to, Sean?
I think it's just down to real teamwork. The team really played, 15 players played hard today, and any subs came on, and everybody just played well. There's no weak links in the team. They played well and played for their club.
I would say it was probably one of the better finals that I have seen over this past number of years. You went into a 10-point lead early in the second half, but Lisnaskea came back at you very, very hard there at the finish, and it was touch and go.
Yeah, we always knew in the second half that Skea weren't going to lie down without giving us a good fight, and they really pushed us nearly to the wire there at the end. Only we had enough in reserve from the first half.
Was it difficult, the conditions to play out there, Sean? The wind, there was a cross-field wind there, seemed to be going across the field and affecting the play. Did you find it difficult?
Yeah, it wasn't so bad when the ball was down low, but when the ball went up high, it seemed to push across the field. The wind seemingly was catching it.
And the goals came for you at the perfect time. That goal at the start of the second half was a tremendous goal and gave you the lift that you needed.
Yeah, well, we knew that we needed to keep at it and keep putting the scores on the board, because Skea weren't just going to lie down like that. There are too many season campaigners in that team, and we knew we had to keep putting the scores on the board, and fair play to the lads, they stuck to the task.
Well, Sean, I'll not detain you any longer. I'd just like to congratulate you again, and hopefully you can go on and do something that the Fermanagh teams haven't done over this past number of years, and that's train very hard and go forward for the Ulster Club Championship and give it your best efforts.
Thanks very much, Jerry. Hopefully we will. It'll be our first time in the Ulster Club, but the Gaels can be sure that we'll be giving it a good effort, every effort we can.
That's great, thanks a lot. I've Martin Green here beside me. Martin, who was playing midfield today for Derrygonnelly. Congratulations, Martin. Very well done, sir. Your thoughts on the game? A tough hour's work.
Very tough there in the second half. Skea really came back in us in the game. I thought our defence played very well. Owen Cassidy especially, and Gibby Jones had a great game when he went in the corner back there. So
You dominated the midfield sector in the first half. Yourself and Sean Flanagan in particular were outstanding, I thought, in the first half. But Lisnaskea, when they made their changes, put you under a bit of pressure there towards the last 20 minutes or so.
Especially when Barry King came out around the midfield and he started to break the ball, and Shane King came more into it. And the forwards, they were getting the ball. Wynn helped them a great lot in the second half. So
your possession play was a feature of the game, something new probably for Derrygonnelly. I thought you seemed to get the ball and hold it and wait until you got somebody in a position to take the score. Is this something you've been working on?
Well, I think that's a good down to Donald Fee and Hughie Kelly. Their management's brilliant, and they're always telling us to play the ball and not kick it away stupidly, so I'll put that down to the management.
Yeah, you said it hasn't enough opening, say 5 minutes or so. It took us a while to settle, but after that I thought you played outstanding football in the first half.
Well, we just trained very hard and we fully deserved the win. Very happy man.
Good man, Archie, well done. With me here we have Mickey Glynn, the oldest man. I hope he won't mind me saying it. The oldest man on the team. Congratulations, Mickey.
Thank you.
Your thoughts on that performance?
I'll retire happily now.
You'll hardly retire yet, Mickey. There's another year or two left in you.
There's another game anyway this year yet, so we'll hang in for that one.
Well, you've done the club as well, hopefully.
We got the one we wanted today, and we're happy now. So anything else will be a bonus.
Yeah, your thoughts on the game in general? It was tough encounter.
I thought the penalty was the turning point in the game. We brought them back into it, and we were relieved now to hear the final whistle. There's no denying that.
Were you anywhere close to where the penalty incident? No?
I was at the other end of the field now. I don't know what it was for. I haven't heard yet what the penalty was
right.
for.
You seem to be playing a roving game yourself. You seem to cause a lot of problems for Pierce Collins in the first half in particular and at the start of the second half. Was that applied for yourself to come out and play the roving game?
Yeah, that has been our game plan all year. I come out and leave space inside for the two corner forwards, and thankfully it has worked.
Right, thanks a lot, Michael. We're over here with Dolan Corrigan and with Hugh Kelly here. If we got a quick one. That's a tremendous victory. A few words with you there, Hugh. How did you think the game went and your thoughts? Or have you had time to collect your thoughts?
Well, my feeling now is one of massive relief, really. We had a very difficult spell there midway through the second half, and we weathered the storm.
Yeah. It was I thought it was a very entertaining game in that it took you a wee while to settle down into your pattern, and then after them 10 minutes I thought the football you played in the first half was outstanding.
Yeah, we played some very sweet football. Players wanted the ball and we were running for each other, and we had a good lead at half time, but we knew we had it all to do in the second half, and fair dues to Skea, they really came at us and put it up to us.
The goal just after half time was a vital score as it turned out. Martin Hamill, I think, put that one away. The penalty, Hugh, what did you think?
Well, I thought that we should have collected the rebound.
Yeah, well, we're not getting that's what I was looking for there, but, well, Hugh, your thoughts now and your progression hopefully in the Ulster club? And
well, we have a young team, we're prepared to work, and fortunately we've got the reward for hard work, so we go forward from here, ready to do more work.
That's great, Hugh. Congratulations again and very well done. Me here, well, we have Brendan McCreesh. Well, Brendan, I'm sure disappointed, I suppose, is one word. Your thoughts on the game?
I thought the first half display Derrygonnelly were fantastic. They played very impressive football. They used their spare man very well. In the forward line they kept passing. The free man was a suitable scoring position, and the ball was thrown out to that person, and then this managed to put it.
Yeah, they seem to work their scores very well. They played possession football and worked the ball around until they got it to the man in the scoring position and slotted over the bar.
Yeah, very impressive football by them. But then the second half, I thought, having said that, we really lost in the first half in midfield. Both the midfielders really didn't get into it, and then the second half, so was the addition of Shane into the midfield made a big difference. We started getting top of our game, and perhaps we missed some vital scores too, which possibly could have stole a draw or even a win, but fair play to Derrygonnelly for the way they played.
Yeah, there was a chance or two there towards the end of the game to maybe level it, I thought.
There was. There was a good goal chance going too, Jared.
Probably maybe yourself and Mark O'Donnell maybe had a chance each, maybe.
I think myself and Michael just disappeared from town tonight.
Well, Brendan, tell us why you weren't able to start the game.
Ask Pat King that story.
Right, you were just weren't, no entry problems, no?
Well, I pulled a groin after the Devonish game, and I'd missed 2 weeks training, and the fact that I only home from England a month previous, really 2 weeks training would have made a big difference to my fitness level, whereas I was really struggling throughout the year since I came home. Perhaps if I hadn't been injured and playing, I probably would have started, but having missed the 2 weeks and carrying an injury, it was the right decision, I don't think, to start me,
The mood in the Lisnaskea camp, ready to get the heads up again and maybe the league final?
I don't think, I haven't said that the championship was the big one, particularly after the death of Ollie during the year. We really want to win the championship. Now it'll take a big lift. It'll take a huge effort now trying to get the boys' spirits raised again for another league title. But those is definitely again, I believe, next Friday. I don't know. I wouldn't. At the moment now, I think we'll just have to drown our sorrows for a night or two and think about it.
Okay, Brendan. Thanks a lot for coming to talk to us, and all the best. And we'll see you in Devonish.
Right, sure.
Thanks.
Interview them now.
very, very lucky and very talented young men. And certainly I am very proud to be chairman of Derrygonnelly Harps for this year 1985 in particular, bringing the American Cup here to Derrygonnelly. It was a great feeling this evening in Derrygonnelly from Class 3 and seeing the crowds there and welcoming you all back home. It was a brilliant evening, a brilliant feeling for everybody associated with the club that has worked so hard. And I think there's one man there I'd have to mention who's been associated with the club as long as ever I remember, even way before, and still going strong, and that's Ian McGuire. Very hard, not alone since January, but for the last 4 years from you come up from Division 2. And I think this gathering shouldn't go past without mentioning two men, Kiri and Donald here, for the work that they've put in with you. And we can't forget the people who have worked with the underage down through the years. When we look back, somebody said that this present team, those 12 Maynards were in the Maynard Championship final a few years ago, and I think they were under Michael Farr's reign at that time. And all the people who have worked with underage teams, even to this present day, these are the people who this club is most grateful to for bringing this championship to Derrygonnelly. We are champions of Fermanagh. Don't forget that. For the work that he's done. Since I come home this evening and everybody else's phone has been feeling red hot with messages of congratulations from all over the country, all over Europe, I would say. There's even a call from Anthony Murphy in France. We have messages from Quinton GA, we have messages from Maher, we have messages from Derrylochan. I could go on. People from all over Northern Ireland are ringing congratulations on our fine victory. I mean, that's what winning it the first time is all about. It's so much appreciated by everybody, especially teams that are struggling to win the championship. And boys, you should all feel very, very proud of yourselves tonight. I am proud of everybody that is connected with the club for the great achievement to bring the championship to Derrygonnelly. Now, there's a message here, or a wee thing here I wanted to force it down. I think I'll just read it out. I mean, I'll read it out here anyway. Can get my thoughts about it. The Harps are in the final, and Murphy's off to France. He tried his best to stay at home, but Mara wears the pants. He says he has supported the Harps for all his life, but that support has dwindled with the orders of his wife. After 40 years of trying, we need all our full support. We didn't think our battle man would run away and open the door. Whether we've been having, he could have stayed at home. A special offer in the window that counted there, we manage your own. The England reckons if we win here, and man, we have every chance. He'll break the broom across his back if he appears at our victory dance. In Ireland's time, the flags will fly, but I have the sneaky fear. When the ref blows the final whistle, the wee man will appear. Evening, I never thought I'd see it, to be quite honest. I never thought that Derrygonnelly would ever win the championship, and honestly, after club, 1924, we have done it. Thank you very much to everybody.
wait for it out here. But I'll make an exception. This is a mighty night. This has been a mighty day. This is one of the proudest days in my life. For somebody that's born and reared in Derrygonnelly, that played football for this club, that dreamed for years about doing what you boys have done today. It's unbelievable that we should be here all together celebrating this. We deserve it. We have worked so hard. For the last 4 years we've worked hard, but especially this year. Since January, the commitment has been unbelievable. I said to you boys this morning, when we were out in our own pitch, before we went to Irvinstown, that you were a tremendous bunch of fellas. I meant every word of that. We demanded an awful lot, and we got it, and we demanded more, and we got it. And all we could say to you was, if you give us all this, you could win something. Nobody guarantees you anything. It couldn't be stolen off us. I spent the last 15 minutes of that match today in a rage, because I thought we were going to be wrong. Not by Lisnaskea, but thankfully it didn't happen. And we have this here. That's what we have slaved for, to have that thing there with us tonight. Now everybody has been thanked. And Sean made a kind of a hymns of the speech, but actually the speech is written out now, so I'm planning a bit fast. I forgot the bit about the chair, you know. There are some people who weren't mentioned, and it's my pleasure, my duty as well, to mention them. When you look around this room here, a whole lot of us have wives and families. A whole lot of us have girlfriends and boyfriends, some of them. Boys in the last time in the shower. But other people have to make sacrifices as well as us. And for us to be there, if we call training 2 nights a week or 3 nights a week, if we say we're doing this on Saturday or we're doing that on Sunday, and we're all going to be there at a certain time, it's not just us who make the sacrifices. Our families have to go in with that as well. And I think we should now, all of us who are involved in the management and in the playing side, we should now give a round of applause to the people that we have behind us. Hugh Kelly and myself, initially the assistant to Seamus Geller, and then also with Anthony Murphy, have been involved. This is our 4th year. In 1992 we were a Division 2 team, and we won that, and we played the semi-final of the championship that year. In 1993 we were a Division 1 team, and we came 3rd, we missed out in the league final, and we were beaten in the semi-final of the championship again. 1994, last year, I described to you boys many a time, the most humiliating experience of my football career, when we got beaten down Skill and Timor. And there were only 2 options after that. One was that we gave up. The other one was that we learned from it and we came back and we were better for the experience. We took the second option. And we have been proved right in that. But Hugh and myself would be different animals. Did you know that? Hugh has an awful tongue in his head. I played a lot of complemented each other in a lot of ways. Any decision that was made was a joint decision. Especially this week, there were big decisions that had to be made. And the two of us take responsibility for those decisions. If they were wrong, we were going to take the blame. And if they were right, the players were going to get the credit. It's as simple as that. We all know that. It's players who get credit for winning things. But I would like you boys to just understand that you and myself do all this together. I may do the mouthing, because that's what I'm good at. But we do all this together. We make our decisions. We spend a lot of time talking to each other. I assure you it doesn't go beyond that. Proof. But this means a lot to both of us. There were people who said that Hugh Kelly and Donald Fee, as long as we were in charge of Derrygonnelly, would win nothing. We've answered that question. But we didn't win it by ourselves. We won it because we had a bunch of fellas. There were 27 of them listed today. There were 17 of them who played. There were 2 others who played during the championship and weren't fit to play today. But every one of those 27 played a part. Even if it was only to be there at training to make up the numbers so that we could do what we needed to do at training. As far as I'm concerned, there are 27 medal winners. This championship has been brought to Derrygonnelly for the first time. Hopefully, the first of many times. But it's been brought here for the first time by a squad of 27 boys who are the best in the bloody world. People would never know. It was county hurlers training the same time we were training. And they used to be out before us. We used to be out before them, they'd come out, and we were still there when they were finished training. That is the commitment we put around that form, boys, earlier on in the year. I'm fair dues to you. Every man has stuck to his task. It just goes to show what kind of fellas we have. And it showed out the other day when the pressure was really coming on us. We stuck to our task. We played as a team. Another fact I would like to say is just to thank the 2 boys. I suppose no one will ever know what they have put into it. But I'm sure there's hours and hours and hours that they have put into it, lads, that we will just not realise. And they have really shown that they can produce the goods.
And speaking from experience, I know we've played football for years in lower divisions, and we were playing Division 2 football when they came along and struggling to stay in Division 2. And one of the things they said when they came along, we're going to win a league or we're going to win a championship. But fair, it's alright saying that. There she is today, boys. There's just another small fact I'd like to say. This is a great achievement, and it was brilliant coming home the other night, and everyone is on the high tonight. I'd like to say to our players, we're all edging to get away, or some of the younger fellas are edging to get away. But as Jim Carney says, there's 10 of us tonight. But seriously, boys, enjoy the night. You might never get a night again. You might never. We all hope there will be, but you might never get another night like it. You know, many's a night to drink, have a few drinks tonight, alright? But remember it, savor it, boys, because it doesn't always come around that often. And we have a lot of football to play ahead of us yet. A big challenge, an Ulster club coming up to us, a league final coming up in a fortnight to us. We don't want to show them that this is a splash in the pan. We want to be back there fighting again for another title. On the cake. Go for the double. And lads, seriously, everybody, and I mean everybody, out a Wednesday night for training. And that is serious, lads. Right, boys? Thanks very much.
Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't think I was going to be put in this position tonight, but however, I'm delighted to be associated with it. Little did I think in 1959, when we won the Senior League Division 1 title, that we would have to reverse the last 2 digits before we would get a senior title again. That is, bringing us into 95. So it struck me today that has been that long ago since we've had success at that same level. Now, I've watched a lot of these young boys coming through primary school, and I have noticed the potential that has been there even from those early years. And I've been hoping and hoping and hoping that this day would come, and come it has. And as you've heard already from the previous speakers, the dedication and commitment that these men have put into the team effort. And if they weren't prepared to do that, we wouldn't have come here tonight. So I must revel in the delight that these boys have brought this here to Derrygonnelly tonight. You've also heard tribute paid to the team managers, Donald and Hugh Kelly. And I think they too deserve an enormous amount of credit, because I have a feeling that I know something about the commitment and the dedication and the hours upon hours of hard work that they've put into this. And mind you, as Donald, I think it was, who said, if they didn't succeed, well then it was going to be a sore blow on them to have put so much in and not to have succeeded. The same as it would have been for the team after having put so much in and maybe not have been successful. So all credit is due both to the team itself and to the hard-working managers. Now, I noticed Donald didn't name the others who had present time, best committee that the club has ever had, led by the best chairman that the club has ever had. And I would venture to say that none of this would have happened had we not had Sean Smith at the helm. Now, Sean, I know, Sean has, I think, has everybody eating out of his hand. And it's not because he's nice to everybody. When the occasion demands, Sean can lay down the law. And at the end of it all, the people to whom he has laid down the law can come back and realise that they're the people who have been at fault. So I must pay, as I say, a special tribute to Sean Smith for the tremendous effort and dedication that he has given in the past number of years to bring this successful to conclusion.
Thank you, Mega. Well, I promise you, that's the last of the speakers. Artie Green.
Speech from the man of the match.
Give yourself another big hand and enjoy the rest of the day.
I think I'd like to finish, first of all, thank Michael Farrell and the remarks that were made about the chairman, but I don't think a chairman can act unless he has a committee and a club that will go along and get the work done. I mean, I had great secretaries and all the rest of it, and great committees, and I mean, they're the people that are doing the work, and they deserve great congratulations as well. Before I finish, I omitted to thank Eugene Cassidy here for his generosity in sponsoring our team. He came along and sponsored and he put the money in when we were nobody. And I am very grateful to him, and on behalf of the club, I would like to thank him again.